Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Friday Night Bricks. You know it. You know, it wouldn't be good if I didn't go ahead and show all the awesome poly bags. There we go. Look at that. They're fake, but hey, you know, they're sketched by Mr. Kevin Hinkle. But, you know, hey, you know, they're always cool to see. It's probably just me this evening, unless I get some other people on the panel. Jesse and Larry are both at Brick Slopes. Not sure if they're planning on popping in at all. We'll kind of see if they do. Otherwise, not sure when Mr. Wagner will show up. Not sure if anybody else will show up or whatnot. So let me see if I can find what I just downloaded off of my. What I just downloaded. I don't know. I didn't go there. I don't know where they go, actually. Where do they go? Probably go into here. So let's see here. I actually have been out. I've been shopping a little bit this week. I have been doing sales too, so it's been kind of entertaining. Where did they actually go? Where did my pictures go? Oh man, dang it! This is not good. This is not good. I have some pictures. I just downloaded some. Yeah, well, you know, Ben, you got your normal email this week, so you know what? Hey, you know, now you know. Let's see here. Downloaded some pictures just now. Where did they go? Maybe they went. Oh, they went here. Okay, so. See which is the picture. Which picture do I need? Not that one. This one here. So let's see. We're going to share my screen. So basically, I have been, and when I say I look for this stuff, I am not lying. I do actually look for poly bags. So I found these Sonic ones. They were $1.50. These Harry Potter and the Disney and these Maples were $3. So that's probably about $100 for this stuff. And then today I was out and found more poly bags. These were $2.50 each. I bought most of the marble. I think I left one of the Venom marble on the shelf. I left a bunch of the Harry Potter, and a bunch of the maple, a bunch of the princess. The marble I got most of, but I got a boatload of more maples. So you probably see me, you know, using those to give away and whatnot. Also, definitely, if I keep finding them like this, it definitely gives me a better chance to make a donation to Children's Hospital here as we hit the holidays this year. So that's fine. Yeah, go feed the kids, you know. So poly bags, if you see them, you know, definitely the ones that are $1.50, to $2, man. If you find them, message me. You know, if you're somebody who does go do shopping Walmarts and stuff, definitely let me know. I'll get you my phone number. You can text me. I mean, I'm gonna have tons of people for work texting me anyways, because they're all gonna get my cell number for, you know, because I'm a salesman now. But definitely, if you're seeing them, I mean, definitely, you know, the ones that definitely I would like more are the ones that have figs in them, because kids then have something to kind of play with, and most of them now do. The only exception is like they got the car, and they, you know, sometimes they have the Star Wars ships. So it's kind of things where if you see that stuff, let me know. You know, I mean, even if you get a bunch and they're a buck or $2, shipping, you know, in a box won't be that bad. I mean, just everybody, if you're out there and you watch the show and you find them, let me know. Yeah, because I donate a bunch. So this week, you know, I've got, actually, no, I don't even have the second camera hooked up. I'll put it here. I got my spaceship and all this stuff from last week. And actually, you know what? Put my teeth back in. I was snacking earlier, so let's see. We're drinking. So let's see. Let me look for something here. I should have a camera. Let's see here. What's not on? Okay, so that one would need to go all the way to the front. So I've got all this. Well, this is what I built last week. Built that nice rocket. I got this bin down here, so it's going to have King's Castle, Castle in the Forest, the 3-in-1 Creator Castle. So I'm going to take them all apart. Try to take them apart together. Oh, and it's also got one of these. It should have actually, no, it doesn't have that. It has the forest, the forest hideout thing in there. So there's like 4 sets in there. So chances are, I think that's what I'm going to work on tonight, is actually taking apart sets. And so let's see how I want to do this here. I can probably hide that stuff, and I can probably do this over this. We'll keep the very first Hope Castle alive there. So put that over me. So we'll see. I'm just trying to get organized. I was actually going to start building a modular, but I decided against that. The module I would have been building would be the brick bank. I have a brick bank. It came from support way back when, and so I would be maybe thinking about building that. Hey, Jude. And so it's one of those things where that'll eventually get built, but figured I wanted to take apart this castle stuff. So I do have a bunch of castle stuff that needs to get done. I want to rebuild some of this stuff into other stuff or throw it into, hey, Johnny G, poor Mephisto. Well, I mean, I got two last weekend. And so actually, I mean, Mephisto isn't even on the radar right now. It was going to be taking apart castle stuff or building a brick bank. So, you know, Mephisto is kind of he's there, but he'll get built at some point. I mean, you know, you guys forget how much I have. I mean, I actually need to work this weekend because they're planning on doing some stuff. So wiring, I need to be at my storage. No offense, you guys know how great my storage is. I don't know if any of you would be willing to just leave it unattended. I am not willing to leave it unattended. Hence, I mean, leave it attended for two reasons. One, I wouldn't want somebody to, you know, accidentally just kind of stick something in their pocket. Or the worst case is I wouldn't want someone to accuse me of, you know, what these criminals are doing now and, you know, stealing Lego. I mean, I bought all mine at Lego, you know, over the years and all that stuff. So it's one of those things where that would be worse. Somebody freaking did something like that. But so no, I want to be there. So I got to work on Sunday. Got a horseshoe party. Horseshoe League is over for the year. And so I got that tomorrow and some more work Sunday. I mean, I've actually had long days with the new job. I worked, I think, 12 hours yesterday. Which really might be interesting. Might be able to use some of these black parts. He's got these black Palisade bricks. Might be able to use some of those in a future castle, perhaps. The next castle will probably be a lot of white and clear, because white will do like the hinges, these plate hinges, and so I will probably use that. I mean, the black might go into like maybe perhaps a villain castle, because, you know, every great army will always have their enemies. But yeah, so so I don't know. We'll see who joins us. I was kind of hoping maybe Ralph would join us. Kind of hoping maybe the guys would jump in from Brick Slopes. I don't know what goes on the agenda at the show. I think because it's Salt Lake, since there's maybe not anything going on Sunday, this might technically be. This might be the. You know, will almost be the second day. Actually, I don't even know. So I haven't been there. So it's kind of those things. It's a show that probably should try to go when I was in Colorado. But I got the Brick World bug, and so I've been there ever since. Oh, and speaking of Brick World, for anybody who hasn't been paying attention, Brick World 2025 registration opened up yesterday, and the Renaissance Hotel Bank is open for room reservation. So I am registered for Brick World 2025 Chicago, and I also have a room already reserved already. So. Yes, I'm getting a jump start on it. So since that is kind of my home show right now, definitely need to get on, get that going and be ready for when that takes place. Hey, Hoarder Johnny. So I have Hoarder Johnny G, Dude Jude, Mayo is lurking. Z Severus might be lurking too. I know he's got to feed his kids. Who knows? Maybe we might see him on here later. We'll see. Oh, what do we got here? Oh, we got like some gold little pieces here. Funding his life. Well, everything for some reason, everything in this lifetime takes money. And so, it's nice to have, operating funds. Plus, everybody's like, wow, that's really early. And I'm like, yeah, well, it is. The thing is, though, as we move forward with that show, too, is it might be something that, the earlier it gets the numbers, the more room he has to try to figure out how he is doing for the space and all that stuff. Because I don't know truly, because I don't know enough behind it, but I don't know how much notice he would need to give if he needed like some of the ballrooms for a longer period of time. I know he uses them for the comedy skit, the garage sale, and all that stuff. And so the question is, if it becomes bigger and bigger, does he have the ability to get those areas for a longer period of time? I know they have lots of weddings and all kinds of stuff like that too, and so at what point is he so big that he needs kind of, everything to do whatever. So, I guess we see, but yeah, so it's cool. And so I like it. It's, it's close. It's 2 hours. I mean, it was still my favorite show, even when I was in Colorado, even at a 14-hour drive. But you got to kind of pick your favorite shows, and it's close to family. And so I enjoy it. It's a good show. Kind of wish I'd started a lot sooner, but I wish I'd started like right when I got back into Lego, but that might have been asking too much, since I probably wouldn't have known as much as I know now. So, but yes. So other than that, yeah. So as I know, I don't know who will be here tonight. If not, I will be playing some music at some point. And of course, the one person I was kind of hoping I would see is on a date tonight. So if you were hoping to see Mr. Kevin Hinkle, he will not be here. But and then I just need to, I got a few people too. Still waiting to hear back from Mel. Mel might be out there, Brick Salts too. Just waiting to hear back from Ralph and Mel, TJ, and Wagner Sr. in terms of what is needed to be on a couple shirts that are going out. Because I haven't gotten any of the engraving done until I can take them all up. It's a drive to get to where I have the shirts engraved at, or not engraved, but engraved. All the screen printing and all that stuff. Actually, this is embroidered. Sorry, engraved and embroidered. So names are embroidered, so they're a little bit more permanent, and the back is. Yeah, I mean, he's in Texas now and dating. I think I saw the person I like, my crush, this week, but I didn't get to interact. I'm still training, and so it's not like when I was by myself, I could just kind of, wander over and sashay over and kind of say, "Hey, how's it going?" I got a trainer kind of waiting on me. But now what's funny about that guy is, when I first started, training and stuff, I'd be like, do you mind if I walk to the Lego aisle? And so now when we finish writing the order, I kind of hand the book. I says, "You go back to the car." He's like, "Oh, you're going to take your walk?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm going to take my walk." And so, and then I'll show up at the car like the last couple of days with all those poly bags. But we are approaching. So we're at 329. We're approaching. I might probably do something for 333rd episode just because that's a cool number. So I do a couple giveaways for that. Now I got poly bags and stuff. I'll have to just make sure Kevin Hinkle has a date that night so he doesn't give away too much stuff. So I have stuff to give away the next time. So but we'll see. So let's see what Castle we got now. I think this is the 3-in-1. I think this looks, the chain is connected, so I'm guessing that's 3-in-1. And what's funny is that's not even this isn't 3-in-1. This is something else. I even got something else here. This isn't 3-in-1. This is, I don't think this is 3-in-1. I think this is something else. I think this is another castle I got in here. I don't know. Maybe it's the 3-in-1. That's 3-in-1. Pretty sure that's Castle in the It's Castle in the Forest. Actually, I might be doing this in different parts here. I don't know. Actually, I don't know what this is. I guess it doesn't really matter because then, unless I'm keeping it kind of together, it probably will get parted out into the collection. So yeah, so it is cool that Mr. Hinkle has his life together. I was just hoping. Oh, there's Zizu. Welcome, welcome. I was kind of hoping Mr. Hinkle would have taken my advice and realized that dating night is truly Saturday night, not Friday night. But obviously he missed that memo, so I'll have to resend that to him. I'll have to make sure he has a cover sheet for his TPS report because obviously he's not adhering to the proper rules and regulations to that. So how's everybody doing tonight? Drifting into fall. Hey Seth, how's it going? So let's see what we got here. Oh, this is see, it's probably gonna be castle stuff might all end up right back into the bin and then sorted later because I don't really know which is which. So but people are here. Welcome, guys. Glad you are spending your Friday night with me. Thank you. Because I'm going to be here regardless. And the guys that were on Hoosier stream last night knows that I got some of my gaming fix in last night. So it's a good opportunity, a good chance that you probably won't get my gaming fix tonight while we are live. Or at least while we are live for the bulk portion of the show. Maybe perhaps later on I will stop the Lego stuff and go blow up some ships. You just never can tell. So, but it is a Lego stream, so we'll try and do as much Lego as I can hold out for, and perhaps I will have some people in the panel, so it won't be slept most of the day. Ooh, wow. I wish I could. Hey, Bunny, I wish I could sleep all day. I actually was falling asleep in the chair at dinner tonight. Just long days for sales, in the car, in the sun all day. So the suspense. Well, you, sir, have an invite. You could jump in and show us how this Lego, your computer surrounded by Lego is going. We don't know what it's going to be, whether it'll be a spaceship or a castle. Or a vehicle, maybe the computer will be surrounded by a giant mech, maybe a chunky mech, like a really big chunky mech. It'd have to be pretty big because it looks like what I've seen so far is pretty good. So. All I have for shows for the rest of the year, I believe, is I have a library show coming up in October, and then I have a train show most likely in November. I don't know if I've got any other shows I'll be invited to. After that, there's probably one show, possibly around December, but I haven't heard anything on that, so that one I do not know about. I did actually. One of our guys in our lug did end up buying some of the new, larger radius curves. So I bought some of those. Go figure. Reed is actually going to be a what? What am I supposed to be reading? Yeah. Can read? No, I can't read. Yes, I can't read. Sorry. No, I cannot read. Reed cannot read. What's I gonna say? I lost my train of thought. Thanks, Z. I don't remember where I was going. Dating advice? No, I don't need dating advice. I haven't dated in probably 2 decades. I don't need any advice. I like who I like. Basically, to do well in dating, I need to meet the people who I get to talk to. So, like the person I like, I've talked to a lot over the course of the last few years. pretty much weekly. And so when that happens, I get to know that person a bit more, Of course, as a good guy should, I took notes so I won't make any mistakes in future discussions. That's another good thing. You gotta make sure you know what you're doing. Let's see. I think that's what it is. Everyone's here and now. So yeah. So I'm guessing since I'm by myself, I'm going to have to do this strictly because Reed's voice will be. Oh, red reads. Yeah, I probably do. Don't date. It's not worth it. Well, I guess everybody's saying date. I actually probably would just enjoy a friend. I don't care if this person who I really like called me over and said, well, I gotta clean up after the dogs. You feel like coming over? I'm like, sure, we can talk. I'll work the shovel. I don't care. Just to do something because I really enjoy talking. As you can tell, I'm talking tonight and I'm all by myself, so I'm gonna do lots of talking. But hopefully I'll have music in the background. It'll help with the mood, I'm guessing. Charlie available. I can be pretty dreamy too, I just have to be all mine. Yeah, sorry. I think Charlie's too much into Lego for me. I don't think it's gonna work. But yeah, so this weekend is Brick Slopes, and Brick World Chicago registration 2025 is opened. So I was kind of hoping the guys, somebody from the group, hopefully if they're wearing one of these beautiful purple shirts, decided to pop in from beautiful Salt Lake City, but I don't know. Obviously, I didn't pay him enough, I guess. So. Yes, reading. I can do it. The only books I read are good books. So the only ones I've read over the last years would be the Ready Player One and Ready Player Two, and those I couldn't put down. I have this book over here that one of my gaming friends from Australia wrote, and it's like 700-800 pages. That one I actually can put down. I actually have not read very far into that one, so, but yeah. I was kind of hoping that some of the fan base of the show would maybe send me some pictures to add to some of the startup or ending videos. I know I get a little grief from my own panelists that there's too many pictures of me, and I'm like, well, I have pictures of everybody else, but I prefer, everybody's got all these photo, like big groups of photos. I prefer if you actually send me something that actually means something to you. Like, this is what I'm known for. What an endorsement of your friend. Ready Player Two. Ready Player Two. Ready Player One is actually pretty good. Ready Player One is pretty close to the movie. A little bit different in terms of where it starts. It's definitely, if you liked the movie, the book, I think I read almost half or 2/3 where I could put it down. Literally sat there one day and just sat in bed and read the whole, as far as I could get, without having to need to do something. So, yeah. And so Ready Player Two just picks off from that, from after he gets the company, and it's good. It's good. It ends kind of interesting. If when I was near death, if the end of Ready Player Two was available, I would jump full on with that. I'd be like, yeah, give me a world. I mean, especially if I got to keep my conscience. If I knew at the end of if I knew at the end and I knew that I could do what was happening in Ready Player 2, I'd be game. So, I mean, hopefully I've got, am I 56? Hopefully I got 25, 30 years left. So hopefully they can figure that out. But it's good. Ready Player 2 was a good one. I mean, just it kind of, it kind of hinges on a little bit of kind of, where technology goes and, what we're capable of trying to do. Well, I mean, right now, I mean, when perfect example of that, like when we say spend time together, this group, the groups that I hang out with here and hopefully get to see at the conventions, that's my friends basically. And then I've got my LUG members, but that's it. I mean, my friend, like you guys have heard mention my friend John, who was a high school classmate, and we got into gaming. So computer gaming was something we did long before we ever had aspirations for oh, you know what? I know he probably never watches, so I'm going to bring it out and I'm just going to show you. I think I've shown it a couple times, but we actually planned on doing something. And actually, if you ever want to know what my brick set name is, this kind of gives it away. So this is, well, actually wrong camera. So this is it, the Vision Islands. So if you want to know what my brick set is, the Vision Islands read. And so basically the Lego Vision of one man created by many. So it'd be, I was the procurement expert. He was the man with the vision. And then his sister was collection, database, and design. And so this was something we planned probably 25 years ago or so. I was in Colorado for 20 years. Yeah, 25, 30 years ago. We were going to build a city. So you guys wonder why I purchase city sets and have city sets, because we were going to build a city. I mean, if I'd have known that it was all going to go down the crapper, I'd have been buying castle sets, and all that stuff, fantasy sets, because they actually, that value skyrocket. City sets, just their value incline is just like this, whereas castle and fantasy, because they don't do enough of it, just it spikes. That stuff goes for crazy amounts of money. Health journey, yeah. Get on the health journey. I know. This is bad. This is from this. I mean, I don't do enough of outer work. Trust me, my crush, or the one I like, definitely is more of an outdoor person. This would probably disappear. But I mean, I spend a lot of time in front of the computer. I don't really do much. Yeah, just Ready Player 2, as far as I know, is just a book. I haven't heard anything about movies for it. I mean, and that one might be a little bit, I guess with CGI, I mean, it would have to be almost, it would probably be more CGI than what it was for Ready Player 1, just because of where it kind of goes to. It would be a lot more. I mean, it would be mostly CGI. You can think a lot more of it from, I think, the 2, I believe, is more about, inside, so I'm having a brain fart. Yeah. So, I mean, it was good. I mean, it's a good book. I mean, it's still worth, I mean, I think I bought them both. I bought the hardcovers, both of them, on Amazon. I was told, Haley or somebody told me that I should get Armada, which is one of the other ones he did. So this is from Diet. Yeah, Diet. This. Soda. Licorice. Junk food. Yeah. Well, I mean, what's wild is during my training week or so, I hardly snacked at all while I'm in the car. Like when I drove truck, I mean, I was snacking kind of all the time. So I've been eating a lot less. A little bit different, a lot lower to the ground. Driving's a little bit different, a lot longer drives too. So like yesterday, I think the longest duration from one stop to the other is like an hour. So, but I know people have said that the audio books, I like the books because I can stop anywhere, but I have like the book for Ready Player 1, actually 2, might have been 1 or 2 had like a really good quote. And I liked that quote, and so I was able to kind of like highlight it, put a bookmark there, and it made a lot of sense. And I was like, wow, this is almost like how life. Everybody should be taught about life. I mean, it really hit home. Like this is if everybody was taught like life is like this, it'd be a whole different planet. I guarantee it. It's just a lot of it just kind of clicks. But it's just it's a good book. I would recommend it. I enjoyed it. Like I said, the ending is kind of eye opening for me. I was kind of like, wow, that's what I want. I want that. So, but I get a pile of brick. I'm going to dump it in one of those huge jumbo bags. I like the jumbo bags. They're good for putting a lot of stuff in. I think this is the 3-in-1. I'm hoping. I guess it really doesn't matter. It's all going to end up in the castle stuff. I mean, chances are because I have that. Actually, what I should have done is I should have brought the Pendragon Fortress to take apart. Because that needs to come apart too. Pretty much everything's coming apart except for probably the disco. The disco is going to stay together. I'm still waiting to hear from any of my current castle collaborators to see what they have planned or what they have in store for Chicago 2025. I don't know if Ralph will be in a position to go next year or not. I've not heard from Butt Chop. And I kind of haven't heard from some of the other guys. So I believe this is going to be, this is Castle in the Forest, which I believe this is. Yes. So this one I'll take apart. So this one's pretty cool. It looks like it's got a little bit different than this guy. So this would have been the one for, I think that was for this one. So yeah, so just a book right now for mail, yep. But well, I mean, I'm a big flirt, so I actually flirt a lot, but in the end, I talk to a lot of the women that are on my routes and stuff, and that person I just talked a lot more of, and we actually did exchange a lot more personal type stuff that was going on in our lives and stuff. And so, I mean, that's the only way you learn about stuff. Yeah. Chopper, I hope he's doing good. I mean, I haven't seen him. I mean, I think there's been a couple things on Facebook, but I really haven't seen him hardly at all. So I'm hoping he's doing good. I mean, he's, other than Ralph, he's the only other real kind of like what I would call massive Chima fans that I know personally. Ralph and I go back ways, from all the days that, of DENLUG and everything. So, but yeah, I'm hoping he's doing really well. I mean, like I said, I haven't heard from him in a while, and so I don't know what's going on. But we've collaborated before, so always good to have collaborations out there. So I know when Ralph gets ready to do something, that I'm sure it'll be pretty cool, because he's got, you guys have heard I got like tons of ice bears. Well, he's got tons of crocs. So hopefully one of these years we'll find somebody with a castle with some knights and stuff that think they got what it takes to go up against the ice bears and the crocs. I don't know how many souls out there believe they're brave enough. I want to put their reputation on the line that a bunch of ice bears and crocs won't take them out. You just need to talk to your pals, Mary and Betty, and make sure they make you happy, when no one else can. But yeah, I mean, I haven't really built much lately either. So you guys have seen other than the sets. I mean, I'm kind of at a crossroads right now for building new MOCs. Obviously, I'm taking apart Castle because I do need to build. What's for dinner? Dinner tonight for me was what was dinner tonight? Dinner was okay. I don't know what it was, chicken and beans, whatever. So it was cool. It was good. And that's why we get together. That's why we get to go to the conventions and stuff. At least we get to see each other there and hang out. And that's kind of what. I mean, actually, Jesse and them have already been posting pictures. So they've already been playing kind of some D&D. They do have that D&D. They're trying to set the record for the like a live event. I think it's at some of the bricks and minifigs and stuff. I haven't looked into yet. Just thinking about it, but I think my schedule is just so crazy right now, and not knowing what's going on, probably a little out of my reach. So there won't be no, just baked beans and whatever. It's just whatever somebody's cooking. So I need to make my tater tot casserole. I haven't made that in a while. Wish I knew if there was a tater tot casserole contest somewhere in the country. I mean, I'd probably try out for that. I mean, I do like experimenting with that and making stuff for that. So, no. Well, is Reed Port. I mean, with what I spent on frickin' poly bags the last couple of days, could be teetering on that, you know. And wanting to spend probably even more if I could. If I can find the right priced ones, yeah. I mean, that's you know, not poor, not rich either, but yeah. So than that, I mean, yeah. So Brick Slopes this week. I know BrickCon I think is coming up here soon too. I think that's coming up in a couple weeks. So there's lots of good shows. I mean, I've been to BrickCon. Brick Bear, Virginia is the last one of the big three I need to get to. At some point, I'll find someone who wants to road trip, hopefully from the Midwest, out to Virginia, out to Chantilly, and go to that one. Plus, I have people from that I bowl like nationals with. That some of the families are out in Pennsylvania, out there in Gettysburg, which I guess is not a very far drive to Chantilly. So. But yes, guys, it's going to be me tonight. So hopefully the music will help you if you're building. If my voice gets too dreary or whatnot. So hopefully we'll see what's going on. So actually, yeah, so probably won't get to see the person I want to see this week because I actually have to do my route on Sunday for my Monday, which is now the day I would actually see that person. Butt Chop likes car rides. Well, I mean, I picked them up to go to like the shows. I was kind of really hoping I was going to see him at Bay Beach this year. I was really kind of hoping that didn't happen. The only other thing, I mean, I guess it'd be interesting. I should have asked from because Fox like had a meeting. I should have asked if Chop had showed up to the buy sell trade they had, but. Because they did one of those. I haven't been to one of those in a while. It's a couple-hour drive up there, and I think this time it actually fell on the wrong weekend. I actually probably couldn't have done it anyways. So, hopefully I won't fall asleep on stream. It's been a long day. I was gonna actually almost take a nap before this, and got sidetracked and didn't, but. The goal is to get this bin taken apart. So, but remember we showed that dragon last week. That dragon, I asked somebody this week when I stopped by to drop something off. Let's see if I can find that again. That was 5 big ones. So. I don't have it, but yeah, there was a big metal dragon somebody had created out of metal. Really cool one at this one place I stopped at. So, but pretty sweet. Perfect name, never too old for Lego. Just a Friday night, a night with Hope Castle only as host. All my co-hosts are at Brick Slopes or not here yet. So at some point, Mayo and I will probably be going simultaneously, just because Like I said, I mean, it'll probably go a little longer since there's no D&D this week. Just, I mean, I'll be anxious for it when it returns, hopefully next week. But yeah, so I don't know, ended up playing some stuff. I don't know. I played a little bit of Lego Fortnite last night. I've really kind of been in that funk for the blowing up ships like I did last night. Everybody got to laugh at that. So fun stuff. Ooh, a package. Sweet. Packages are good. I think I still have a couple I need to send out, I think I came across those the other day when I was trying to move some stuff around storage. Had a couple that insurance walkthrough. Went, oh, I dropped that in that bag. Landlord did like a walkthrough. I guess the insurance company checked stuff up. Oh, there you go. Nice. Oh, you know what? We will help you. So let's do this. I need to be here. So let's just do this. I'm all about helping people grow. There's never too old to Lego, guys. If you guys want to go check out his channel and subscribe, help grow other channels too. I mean, it's the only way you get bigger is by helping others. So yeah, that's good. I mean, I had Lego as a kid, but I had a good 20 years of Dark Ages. I was into computer games and stuff, so I was gone for a while, so I missed a lot of good stuff. I came back right at the end of 9-volt trains, which made me cry a little bit. So, because I wish I would have had more of that. So. Pot pie. Shouldn't have waited to eat with Charlie. Pot pies are fine. Pot pies are good. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, actually, you know, maybe you're right. Maybe Potsy, maybe Charlie and I need to be together because it's probably that simple food I would enjoy. You can come up here and hang out with my mom, and you know, she can cook you some more of that more interesting stuff. Wow, that's a lot of Transformers. Yeah, no, I mean, my Lego collection is probably, I would guess, probably somewhere close to like probably 100 times bigger than it was when I was a kid. So it's you know, it's hard to guess. I know I only had so many sets when I was a kid. I mean, in sets alone, I mean, my sets has probably got to be 20 or 30 times bigger than what I had when I was a kid. Just because I didn't have that many, and I have tons of them now. Poly bags even aside, so no critical bricks this week, Mayo. The guys are in Salt Lake City for Brick Slope, so I think Mel is out there, Larry's out there, Jesse's out there, Nikki's out there, and like usual, I was kind of hoping they would, you know, jump in and kind of show us a little bit of brick slopes. Just, you know, I guess I always ask too much or expect too much, I guess, or hope for too much. But, you know, hey, that's how I am, you know. All I know is there will be a bunch more purple shirts next year at Chicago. So I will hopefully have a lot more people to choose from to do on-scene reporting inside the hall next year. So I'm waiting on name confirmations for 4 people. I'm actually going to change the name on mine, so it will not be Reed on my show shirt next year. This will be just my shirt for work. I got another one because I wear this every Friday, almost every Friday, rain or shine, for probably the last, since wherever we got these, probably the last what, 100 episodes. I've been wearing this sucker. And so mine kind of looks like it's getting frazzled a little bit. So I'll have a show shirt, but it'll have Hope Castle on there. So, because that's kind of what everybody knows me as. They're not going to know me as Reed anyway. So who's this Reed character? So, but yeah, so I got a few people that are waiting for them to confirm what name they want, because there's a couple people who might want something different. One person does already. Actually, two people do. Mr. Hinkle wants something different. So hopefully Mr. Wagner and Mr. Hinkle can stand next to each other, so long as Mr. Wagner's on the first name side and Hinkle will be on the last name side, and then they'll be like, oh, well, which one of you is him? Cool. Nice. Never too old. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think the G.I. Joe would be Lego, but you know, whatever you like to do in your collection, man. I mean, we have Bricklock. He likes the blue bricks over in Europe. I mean, you know, you build whatever you build for your collection. I mean, we all use a lot of, you know, for our armies and stuff, we'll use aftermarket parts and stuff like that. So. Oh, nice. I'm kind of just waiting on at this point, and that's why I gotta be careful with buying polybags. I'm still waiting for the D&D sets. Now I had some. Oh, there we go. I'm guessing this is Mr. Wagner, perhaps, or someone who knows Mr. Wagner.
You're a little too excited to add me there, and I saw right away I'm only the second person. Where's everyone else?
Brick Slopes is this weekend, so Nikki and Mel and Liz and Jesse, they're all out there. I was kind of hoping they'd kind of, you know, maybe give us a view of at least maybe kind of what they took.
I wish so too.
You know, I guess I always ask or expect too much, as I kind of just said a few minutes ago. But yeah. Oh, look at this. Well, actually, you know what? Yeah. Ooh, look at this. We get Lambo. Nice. That's what I'm talking about. Some on the scene stuff.
It might be driving past Lambeau Field right now.
Maybe that's not a really small Lego one that, you know, you're kind of, you know, going by on a scooter or something, you know.
No, not really small Lego. Not the case.
So how's Kevin tonight?
Fine.
So
heading home.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see what it'll look like if you and Hinkle are standing side by side at a future Lego convention.
Someday.
If
Zelda draws him in that much.
Because yours will say Kevin and his will say Hinkle, so you just need to stand next to each other, and they can just say which one of you is him. Yeah.
Yes, go sports.
Sports is cool. I don't know what's wrong with sports. I do bowling and golf and whatever. I mean, sports is
I don't know
good.
that I would call bowling a sport.
It's skillful. Yeah, well, I'll
I
go bowling
didn't say there was skill involved. I'm just saying I don't think I would call it a sport. It's not like it needs exercise or it gives you exercise or whatever. That's probably the wrong way to say it, but I don't know if that really counts as a sport. It probably does. I'm probably being way too picky on that or judgmental.
I'd consider it an endurance sport.
If golf is a sport, which not really, then bowling's a sport. So
I'm definitely way better at bowling than I am at golf. So yes.
Yeah. I'm not that great at either one.
Well, you know, you only get better with practice. Well, at least bowling anyways. Golf, I don't think it really helps, but
you don't think practice helps with golf?
Sometimes, but it hasn't helped me. Actually, I don't really practice at all, so I guess what am I?
So not practicing at all doesn't help. Good to know. I'll remember that adage.
So I'm just taking apart Castle tonight. So taking apart looks like what it looks like.
Yep.
The castle.
That's what I should be doing. I should be taking apart my castle.
Well, I haven't taken apart Pendragon Fortress. I still need to do that, but I have this bin with the King's Castle and the Lion Knight Castle the 3-in-1 castle in the forest, and then they had the Forestman Hideout GWP. So
you're not taking apart the castle in the forest, are you?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Why?
Because I am. Just am. I'm going to build something new with all of them.
Oh, come on! Why did you get it if you're taking it apart?
What
set you buy that for? Not the pieces.
Well, I mean, I can rebuild it then. I've already got this big section taken apart. I don't know. Maybe I'll figure out what parts go where and maybe sell it. I don't know.
Yeah, that would make sense if you're planning to sell it. Thanks, Cerberus. That's real nice of you.
I'm surprised he's not in here. I mean, he's been on the email list 2 weeks in a row. I mean, he should, if anybody, be in here. Giving me crap about pretty much anything I do. So, then I'd be fine. But yeah.
Yes, hello, dude.
So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. The problem is I dumped it in a bin anyway. So I probably, if I wanted to do it, I'd have to rebuild it anyways because it probably is falling apart. I think I built them on stream, and so one got put in the bin to get out of the house, and another one got put on top of it, and the next one got put on top of it. So they're all kind of mixed in there. So I mean,
you play Legos wrong, as Johnny G would say, or Johnny G's trying to paraphrase me, which would also be accurate.
I don't know. I mean, that's right. I just, just some things something I keep together. Some things I don't. Ask Brett how to play Castle. I don't know. It feels so bad. I don't know. I mean, I just, I didn't want it together, so I took it. I'm thinking of taking it.
That's a shame.
Maybe I'll have to sell it then. Have some more money for other stuff then.
Swap it out for the new Series 5 Brinkley designer sets. Although I might only get the pirate one for those. I'm not that interested in the vampire castle or whatever it's called.
That or sell it for the D&D. Get the D&D one.
No, true. But the D&D castle's cool, but it's cool from an adventure perspective. Like if you're running an adventure through that, it's not as good from an actual. Like I'd rather have the Lion Knight's castle or the village over that person.
Yeah. Well, that or if this one was worth enough, I get the Mill Village and the something else. I don't know. I mean, it's just one of those ones that I built it, and because I do Hope Castle so much, it's something that I guess it's just I build them to look at them and maybe use parts of them. But like even the one that collab we did, lent towards the Pendragon Fortress, which I used in a couple of the collabs I've done since then. So in the end, it's like whatever I build will kind of help in the future, hopefully, in giving me ideas or techniques for doing some other stuff. So yeah, but you're right. This one maybe I'll have to just kind of make sure I got all the parts and sell it. We'll see. Cool, Mayo. Well, I'll have definitely a great stream if you're taking off. Definitely have a great night. Have fun building. So, did you see? I listened to some of the meeting the other night. Stopped and listened.
I did. I saw you pop in. I specifically stated you were in. If you didn't hear me, I'm sorry. But I called you out by name. So.
Yeah, I think I probably heard that. I was in front of the computer and I think I was like watching something, and then I'm like, you know what? I look over at Discord. I'm like, oh, I think there's a WISLUG meeting going on. I think I saw that the other day. Maybe I'll pop in there and see what's going on. And so, yeah, kind of cool. So,
yep. Yeah, we're an up and coming lug.
Yeah. So
we've had a lot of growth and activity and involvement, which has been really nice.
Yeah, I mean that's the whole goal. I mean that's kind of why I was the one that I kind of wanted to help out. I mean, it's one of those things where I've been there. I've been created a lug and needed it to get it grow it and So it's one of those things where it's cool to see because, you know, and you hope Lego ends up making it a registered lug. I mean, it picks up an area that the other lugs in Wisconsin don't cover. They don't cover at all. So to me, it makes sense. But you know,
yeah, but we're more about hanging out and meeting and displaying together, and less about the lug benefits. So, and we're all part of other lugs.
Yeah. Well, but like you said, I mean, if if it ended up becoming a lug, then you might end up doing more with that lug and less with the ones that, you know, have gotten you to the point where you are now, to where you would actually be able to function with your own lug closer to your own area. That would be the whole.
But WISLUG I have different involvement with WISLUG, and that's. The two lugs are very different in how I interact with them and what I do with them. So that's why I'm not pushing to have our own official lug, because I still enjoy being involved with WISLUG. So.
All right. Makes sense. I just, like I said, like when I did the DENLUG, it made the most sense because just whatever we were doing, just it didn't, in terms of what, you know, what needed to happen for some stuff, just didn't make a lot of sense. So to me,
yeah,
sometimes it makes more sense. So
the biggest perk for me is lug bulk. As long as I've got that, the other stuff doesn't matter as much. So I'm not really worried about the support stuff that comes in. That doesn't matter much to me.
Yeah, it's definitely not as good as it used to be. It definitely was better when it was parts than sets. I mean, like, and that's why I built this.
Yeah, but still,
this was a lug set. I mean, unless I'm going to part it out for parts. I mean.
Oh yeah, then you're in a different situation, aren't you? Never mind. Then you are doing the right thing.
I'm not, or I am.
You are. Yes, you are.
So because like I said, I mean, in the old days, when we thought we needed to do it one way, which we weren't doing it right, was we thought we needed to build the sets before shows to display them, and then, as Hank will point out later on, that was just a mere suggestion. Hey, we got somebody coming in. Hey.
I gotta change my audio.
Somebody else from Minneapolis, since our other Minneapolis person is like somewhere, you know, having way too much fun.
We're not on the radio. We're on video. Come on, Pete.
I said audio. Kevin, you continue to be a butt tonight.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome.
Why am I here? I got my new host. Thanks, Ben. I'm out of here.
See ya. See ya. The only problem is the night. Oh, there. No, never mind. I can see it now.
Well,
the default when you enter is into private chat. There's nothing in there, so I had to come and see what was going on here.
Pretty boring.
Pretty boring.
Yeah,
private
chat. We were hoping for some excitement from Salt Lake, but alas, it's not happening as far as we can tell. So we must be having way too much fun.
I don't know if they're doing D&D tonight or not. They might have sessions going on right now.
Yeah, I don't. That's what I don't know. I know
and they're also. Are they 1 hour ahead or 2 hours behind?
One.
At least one behind. Maybe it could be two.
One. Okay.
I think Utah's Mountain Time.
So it's at least one behind. But I think this is technically probably the first day of the convention because I don't think they do anything on Sunday, I believe. I
saw a draft or something happening yesterday, so it's not technically the first day.
Well, no, I'm saying, yeah. So, we could be in the second day. I mean, but it's not. Sunday's not. I think Sunday. I don't think anything happens on Sunday. I think Sunday's like.
Oh, really? It's done by Sunday?
I think Friday, Saturday are the public days for slopes. I believe.
Really, that's weird.
Because it's Salt Lake, and I think the way everything works, I believe so.
That suddenly makes that a lot more appealing. If you're heading home on a Sunday or wrapping up on a Sunday, that's actually very interesting.
So I'm pretty sure that's it. I mean, I'd have to get confirmation, but I'm pretty sure that's what I've heard in the past. So, I mean, yeah. So You're right, and so that's right. They could be doing a session. I don't know. I mean, if it's scheduled around the same time as normally we play, but he's probably not doing it live or anything, so it's definitely wouldn't matter for that. So
it appears there are only 5 states that are in the Pacific time zone.
California, Oregon, Washington, Idaho, and Nevada.
Only part of Idaho and Nevada, and only part of Oregon as well.
Really?
It's actually most of Oregon, but there's a little cutout that's not for some reason. There must be a large city on the border.
Oh, there's no large city over there. That's all barren. Huh.
I don't know. They got a cutout.
Interesting.
there's a reason for it for some reason.
There are a number more states in the Mountain Time Zone. Part of Texas is, if you believe it. Part of
I don't believe it.
Nebraska is. Part of North and South Dakota are. So yeah, lots of states. Part of Kansas. It looks like all of New Mexico, Colorado, Utah, and Wyoming, and Montana. They all look like they're fully in the Mountain Time Zone.
Nice.
And Phoenix, so Arizona's a little weird because don't they not do daylight savings time?
Oh, you think you're right?
Yeah, so they got some weird thing in. Looks like only most of Arizona. There's a chunk of Arizona that seems to actually switch for some reason. I don't know. They're just crazy there.
What's Ben working on tonight? Anything exciting?
I'm supposed to be working on this castle. I
Yeah,
started
whatever.
it, but it's just kind of sitting here. Because, castles are stupid.
Yeah, you don't do castles.
Right, because they're dumb.
That or at least your space stuff is better than your castle. If that's
No. I don't think that's it. I just think castle's dumb. And why would anyone build castle? It's so,
I don't know. Can we see how the computer Lego is coming? The computer encased in Lego.
It's off the desk right now. I could get it, but I'd have to walk all the way.
Oh.
I'd have to walk 10 feet. Who wants to do that?
10 feet. Oh
Yeah, that's a long ways.
Yeah.
Too much effort.
10 feet. Here we go. 10 whole feet. I don't think it looks that much different.
Your current project on the desk is taking away from it, huh?
Yeah, it's the stupid castle is ruining my computer.
Oh, that's
so here it is.
Oh. That's worthy of a big. Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
So there we have it.
All that pretty white.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Very. The light is definitely hitting it, so it just all looks washed out. But
yep,
there you have it. It's still here. I'm still working on it.
Wow.
It's still on the bench, so it's still a current project. Then I guess
it's true, but it's on the floor now while I work on this stupid lame castle thing. So we'll see how far I get before I get tired of the stupid lame castle thing.
Cool. Yeah, as I was saying earlier, I've already registered for Chicago 2025 already.
That's right. You got to fund Mark's life.
And
he thanks you through me.
Yeah.
I'm like his unofficial spokesperson or something. I don't know.
Something like that.
Must be something with that Sunday night thing you guys hang out and do.
Yeah.
Sunday.
I see you there, Reed, but I never see Kevin showing up. He never comes by and checks out the silliness we're into.
No, I don't. Sunday nights don't work out well for me. It's usually picking up for stuff and getting ready for the week ahead and getting the kids to bed and all that stuff.
Do you believe any of that, Reed, or do you think he just doesn't like me?
I don't think he likes you, but
it's either that or I don't like you. One of the two.
Yep. I think it's a toss-up. Could be either.
It could be both.
Could be both. Yep.
It could be depending on his mood. He might not like you that weekend, or he, just.
And I don't know if Reed thinks this or not, but I think the show's pretty funny, quite honestly.
Oh, it's pretty good. I like
get pretty
music.
silly.
I like some of the music. Some of those music things
yeah?
got some pretty good beats to them. I'm like, wow, this is some stuff for World of Lights type stuff here. This is good music.
I'll have to release an album someday. And one of my songs, since I know Kevin doesn't watch the stream, is going to be Kevin's Lame, and he'll never even know that we wrote a song called Kevin's Lame.
It's not going to be Kevin's a butt.
Oh, that you were being a butt.
How was I being a butt?
You were being mean to Reed.
Because I was saying bowling isn't really a sport?
No.
Why?
You must have been saying several mean things to him because I don't even remember what it was.
Yeah, they were so bad. I was like, I don't know what I'm saying at this point, but
whatever
apparently Z thinks it.
It was being mean to poor Rito. But I was just like, hey, come on, Kevin. Be nice to poor Reed. He works hard.
Well, if he could sell that forest in the trees, he'd be rich, Rito.
Oh, forest.
Or
Castle in the forest.
Whatever. Yep.
Why does anyone want that set? It's just a castle in a forest.
It is. That's true.
Those are the two dumbest things you can put together: are castles and forests.
Shut up, Z.
Shut up, Z.
Then I'm not going to tell you what Kevin built for his last show. Then
Oh, I'm sure it was some sort of elfling party in the trees. We're not getting any comments right now, Reed. What's going on with that? Did everyone fall asleep when I showed up? Or they all bail when I showed up?
Well, I know Mayo's doing a stream too right now, I think, and so I think that it dropped pretty drastically right away, but it's rebounded a little bit. So I think people are realizing I've got some guests here. It's gotten pretty awesome in here, so they're.
You've got some hosts here, not guests here.
Hosts, well, yeah, hosts. Sorry, my bad.
Boy, no respect here.
Kevin's feeling a little, what's the word? Unappreciated today, Reed. I feel like he needs a hug.
Unappreciated.
I think he needs a hug.
I'd hug him, but it's a little tough.
Do you need a hug?
I wouldn't hug him. He bites.
I have never bitten you, Z. Not once.
You've tried.
I have not successfully bitten you once.
Right. That's true.
Well, hopefully you had your rabies shots, so you wouldn't have to worry about if you got bit anyway. So.
Yeah, I don't know if rabies shots work against elf vampires like he is.
Maybe not.
Jude does say, "Hey Charlie." Apparently that's Bluegrass Bricks' real name.
Oh, so instead of "Hey Jude," he says, "Hey Charlie." Hey Charlie.
Charlie.
At Bluegrass Bricks.
I usually join the D&D stream just to hear if Kevin's going to do a voice. But we got him singing tonight. So one thing you'll know if you ever watched, I'm spoiling something that should totally go on Think Outside the Block Sunday nights at 7 p.m. Hint, hint. That I'd share there, but I'm going to share it here. Are either of you familiar with one of our favorite off-Lego brands, Funhole?
I've heard of it.
That's
isn't it a comedy thing or something?
No, it's a real thing.
What is it?
Thing. It's Lego. They do castle among other things, but they do lighting in all of their sets. And I'm not sure if I can trust this, but I got a message from someone claiming to be from Funhole on Instagram, telling me they would love to cooperate with me on a Middle Ages series product.
Really?
Yeah, how crazy is that?
Wow, that's awesome.
But I have no idea if it's real. But it's still pretty funny. So hey, look at that. All of a sudden, the link to go watch Think Outside the Blocks magically appeared in the stream. That was amazing.
Because I do like watching it. I mean, I remember. I mean, I haven't watched every episode lately. I mean, sometimes Sunday nights I get a little bit forgetful, and I was like, oh, that's right, that was on. Doing something else. But I enjoy it. It definitely has humor, has some good tunes. That band rocks. They definitely have have it something going for them when they.
We've been getting sillier and sillier for sure.
Yeah,
but that's fine. I mean, I thought, we always do talk a little bit about mock building. We always talk a little bit about news, but if we're not silly at least a little bit, then the show gets a little old. We don't have as many panelists as they have here on Friday Night Bricks. So you can't just listen to me and Mark every week. We got to do something a little different. So that's what we do. And we're pure silly sometimes. So last week our funniness, our silliness, our worth goofiness was you don't know Jack, which I was quizzing Mark on whether or not he knows the difference between some various jacks. And we had some pictures of the various jacks to see if he knew them.
Oh, nice.
He did pretty well, actually. He knew most of the jacks.
I just missed the game. You don't know Jack.
Like Captain Jack Sparrow and Jack Reacher and
you're getting it. So like Jack Nicholas and Jack Nicholson.
Oh, yep.
So if you're interested to know if Mark knows his jacks, you can
the Jackie Joyner Kersey.
There's no Jackie Joyner Kersey.
Oh, it's a Jackie. I know.
Jackson Pollock was on there.
Oh, yep. Does Jackson Pollock look like Ed Harris, or is it just he happened to play in the movie?
He's got a similar hairdo to Reed.
Oh, okay.
A little bit there, but he doesn't have as much facial hair. He does look kind of gruff. Like every picture you see of him, he's like smoking a cigarette. But and his art he looks like his art, like
abstract.
Like he punched his art in the face after he got punched in the face. That's kind of.
Oh, yeah.
So, who else was in there? Jack the Ripper.
Oh, yep. Another charming fellow.
Yep. Jack in the Box.
Yeah. What was Jack in the Box, like the store, or was it the toy, or was it an actual person?
Well, so you could do the store, or you could do the creepy mascot for Jack in the Box, but this one was just a Jack in the Box the toy.
Oh, okay. Yep.
But yeah, so like I said, Mark did pretty well.
Very good.
He knew the difference between Jack Black and Jack White.
Good.
So that's important.
Mm-hmm.
He did pretty well. That was all in honor of the Jack Skellington set coming out.
Ah, yes.
What'd you guys think of that thing?
I've never watched that entire movie, and it hasn't appealed to me at all, so I don't have much to say about it.
What about the set, though?
There were some interesting new parts, but I didn't look through everything as in depth as I would have if I was actually considering buying it. There's too much Lego out there as it is, so I really don't need to convince myself to buy something that I don't even want the figures from or like the theme for. So,
old man Kevin, we've just got too many Lego sets nowadays.
We don't have too many. I can't afford to buy more. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Back
in my day, they only released 15 sets a year, and you had to wait for the catalog to come out. And then
you have to buy a new set to get the catalog and see what was coming out that year.
Yeah.
Those are the days. That new catalog was gold.
Back in my day, they released once a year, not twice a year. You could buy Pirates on Shelves for 4 years straight.
True.
Yep. So there you go. There's a little bit of Kevin impression. I don't know if anyone came for that, but
I didn't even realize it wasn't me.
I didn't either.
I might have, but
it's still stunned silence on the chat. Where is everybody?
We're just so entertaining that no one else can really focus, right?
Pipe in and can't say anything. They can't say anything that to contradict or add insight. That
Yeah, I understand that. I think it's just that my wit is so quick that they don't have a chance I'm just saying what everybody's thinking,
Your rapier wit.
Yes, my rapier wit.
Dude, Jude's here.
Dude, Jude, hey, buddy.
DJ Tang.
Dude, Jude, tell us a story. What's your favorite set from 2024? I want to know.
Did you finally go pick up, your space poly bag? You see they finally made it to Walmart?
Oh, I haven't seen that yet. I'm going to have to go check that out.
Yeah, this one, a Speed Champions card and a newer Princess one. But yeah, they just
okay.
I bought 10 because they just had popped up and I'm like, oh yeah, I better probably grab a bunch,
Yeah, so when Mark was ordering pieces for the grab bags or goodie bags or whatever the heck we're calling them now, he's calling them now. He asked me about some parts, and one of the parts I was like, yeah, we got to get some tomato soup. So he got like a ridiculous amount of 1x2s in that reddish orange color. I think it was the 1x2s.
1x2 tiles, I think, because I got some
tiles. Yeah, so I've got like a whole box of these stupid things. He thinks that he's paid me for the live stream by giving me those, and at this point it's good enough for me. But he's not always going to be able to pay me in tomato soup. But yeah, it looks like there's some nice tomato soupy pieces in that little speeder.
So he can or cannot.
Well, so far he's managed to get away with it. The one that he wants or has liked so far, Jedi Bob Starfighter or the Dark Falcon.
Of course he likes both of those.
Yeah, are you guys into the alternate Star Wars thing at all?
No, if they would have done, I feel like their selection of alternate characters was, if they would have done a cool Luke instead of Beach Luke. If they, I don't know, the coolest character is the character from the show, which I'm not really interested in. I don't know.
Which show? Skeleton Crew or some other?
No, the Lego show.
Okay.
I mean, it looks like it's going to be a cool show. I mean, I just saw like some of the little tidbits, video type things. That looks kind of cool, but
it looks like it may be decent.
Yeah, the Dark Falcon I saw at Bricks and Minifig already without the figs, and I'm like, well, I like the ship. I mean, I don't really need I don't know if I need the figs. I mean, do I want to buy the Dark Falcon just by itself? That's the kicker. So,
is it significantly different other than the recolor?
Probably not.
I don't know. I haven't bought a Falcon in a while.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't either. I mean, I got a couple of the older ones, like 4504. I think I got a couple of them.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of strange because on those, like, the first versions were pretty poor, and now they've gotten to the point where they're just iterating a little bit each time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So there's probably definitely a jump to go from a real early one up, but I don't know how different the last two are, other than the recolor on the Dark Falcon. They might be very similar. Who knows?
I probably just want to rebuild one of the UCS ones. I got the instructions from Hinkle for the first UCS one, and that was one I actually had traded to him, and then actually had to buy back from him when he got out of the hobby, because I traded him because I had picked him up at the store, and when he got his Falcon from a fellow coworker for absolutely nothing, the instructions were all kind of shredded because they had built it quickly for the store display. And so he traded for the one I had that was nice, and then when he said he was getting out of the hobby, I was like, well, hey, I want those instructions back. So how much do I have to pay to get them back? So, but they're somewhere, along with instructions for a Superstar Destroyer, which I never owned, but nice to have some unique things.
Yeah, the as they keep redoing the Star Wars ships, it's the figures that'll get me to buy the set. It's not usually the set itself. I'm like, unless it's something like the bomber, that I think this is the second iteration of the TIE bomber, so I've had some interest in picking up one or two of those, because the ones I have are old. I think they're still blue. The last one I got, I think there was a second iteration that I didn't get, and this is the third, but yeah.
So are you saying that 1x2 plate in this new polyback set is tomato soup? Oh, there it is.
Yeah, absolutely it is. Absolutely.
So I'm gonna have to. So you're saying I'm gonna have to start using this in my clear castles to get your attention.
I will totally be into it. I'll even stop saying translucent just to.
What I'll probably have to do then is I'll probably need a sig fig of Ben in there saying, having his sign, his striking sign saying, castle sucks or something.
Castle sucks, yeah. Makes sense. So
then you'll see the tomato soup, and I'll have to have him like on a turning easel. We're like, wait a minute here, that's got the right color. I like castle now.
Right. Dude, Jude's clearly a Star Wars person.
Clearly.
That's cool with me. One good thing about Star Wars is they have a lot of light bluish gray and dark bluish gray. So
yeah,
it's crazy how that happens to be the same colors that Kevin and Reed use all the time. I mean, I almost never do because I don't build castle. But
Reed doesn't use it that much.
No, not gray.
That's true. He's all about those translucent colors.
Yeah, he really doesn't. I don't know if he's really a castle builder per se when he's working in Franz clear all the time.
He didn't even react when I said translucent.
That's the only color castles should be in. Once they went from yellow, they should have gone right to clear anyway.
Ugh, gross.
Clearly, you're wrong.
Clearly, you are, because yellow castle is stupid. Just saying. Dude Jude says no. I just like spaceships. Well, there you go. How'd you feel about the city space line then, Dude Jude? Were you a fan of those as well? They were more space shuttle-y than space shippy, but they were kind of cute. They had their own little appeal. Here's one from one of the sets.
I think I took mine to storage.
So,
yeah, if you saw the new BAM that's coming out, there's a dark blue classic space torso I saw.
Ooh.
So that'll be a new color.
Yeah.
I don't know if the dark blue helmet's coming, but
I'd also like to know if Dude Jude likes his spaceships in orange. I've been told that's
DJ Tang likes orange. That's not surprising.
So who knows?
Have you been? This is probably a little off topic. Have you been playing any Lego Fortnite at all lately, Ben?
Not recently, but Mark apparently is going to start trying to play.
Wow.
So if he gets interested in it, I'm gonna have to show him the ropes a little bit. I know they've made a lot of changes since I last played. I'm sure they've made some massive improvements, but I know they've had some Star Wars editions and a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah, I've done some of the quests for that, and then I actually been doing some of the hunt for some of the bus stops lately and stuff like that. What makes travel so much quicker if you're going from, maybe base to base. You don't want to have to fly. You don't want to run. So it's cool.
Yeah. So no, I haven't played recently, but I might get back into it. It was a fun distraction. It definitely took away from some of the time I had to actually build.
Yeah. Some of your creations were definitely pretty cool in Lego Fortnite. Not quite to that level.
Yeah, it had some crazy castles in there. That was kind of the one issue, though. That's what you could build was castles. So I don't know if there's more variety now, but
Well, they did the beach thing, but I didn't get that. I've only bought the castle one. But I mean, Haskins is a YouTuber. I was watching him the other night.
Like Bob Haskins.
I don't know. It's just he goes by Haskins. I don't know.
Sports again.
No, it's just a guy that was playing Lego Fortnite. He was working on his like a building and a pool and stuff like that. And it was kind of. So I was just kind of watching him a little bit, but
Dude Jude gives a relatively unenthusiastic thumbs up to the city space sets. He just says they okay. They okay, brah. They okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. If you're not into rovers,
like the Irish Rovers.
Year of the Rover. There's a lot of rovers this year.
A lot of rovers. What do you mean?
Enough or not enough?
What do you mean? There Lego Rovers, there were like 15 that came out this year. It's ridiculous.
What are you classifying as a rover?
Well, I'm just meaning any wheeled space vehicle meant to drive on space thing. They had 2 Technic ones, they had 2 city ones, they had a Friends one, and then they had the lunar rover. I guess it's not a rover, the lunar buggy as well. So they had a whole bunch out at the same time. It was crazy.
Interesting. I did not realize.
Got to pay more attention, man. Two city space rovers. One had 4 wheels, one had 6 wheels.
I think I like the one that had 6 wheels, but I didn't buy it yet. So.
Yeah. Oh, and then they had this adorable one in the Friends line. Check this one out.
Oh, that was kind of cool. Yeah,
It's super cute.
How does it roll? Does it roll pretty good too?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that one was cool.
Oh, here, let me let you model it. Big screen there. Actually, that looks like a lifestyle shot right there.
Yeah. Yeah, nothing beats teasing Lego for their lifestyle shots.
At least when you guys do it, nothing beats it. So.
Yeah. Well, and they're getting so ridiculous with them now too. It's almost like they're trying to meme at this point. It feels like. I'm sure they're not, but it's funny to see some of those, and you're just like, really? Like when they had the boat captain, the guy who looks like he should be a boat captain modeling the Jaws set. I was like, you guys have gone too far now. But yeah, I mean, it gives us something to tease Lego about at least.
Well, I was watching Hoosier's stream last night. I was on that for a little bit, and he was showing off the new crane, and I was looking at it going, "Oh yeah, so how does it turn?" He goes, "It doesn't." I'm like, "That's that long, and it doesn't turn." I think we're gonna have a lot more police and ambulances standing by in your Lego city, because if it doesn't turn, there's gonna be a lot of people on street corners getting hit by a crane. I was like, the XXL crane actually had 2 big sections and actually pivoted in the center, and it was actually pretty cool. I mean, when we mentioned that, we're like, oh, so we were like, well, maybe I don't want it anymore. I was going to turn to be like a realistic crane in your city, so a little too big.
I mean, if I can't use that crane to create actual buildings, why am I bothering?
Well, if I can't make it look like it's like actually traveling down a street and actually looking realistic.
Does it usually turn as it's traveling down the street?
The streets generally turn. I don't think most streets just kind of change it for you as you're driving.
But are you typically showing moving vehicles on your builds where they have to turn as part of the build while you're displaying?
Of course.
Of course.
Oh yeah, do not. When's the last time you had driving cars in one of your displays, Reed?
Oh, like actually moving cars or just driving cars?
Actually moving. Because you're saying it has to be able to turn. Like, unless you're actually moving it during your display, it doesn't matter because you just place it somewhere to look like, oh, it could be moving.
Well, but if I were to play like Chop always did, if I was pushing my crane and I was going to push it to go around a corner.
Wait, you're using Chop as a model?
Yes, I am.
I see.
King of play. Come on, man.
See, Kevin's doing it again. Now he's being mean to Reed for the 2nd straight time.
Oh, I'm being mean?
I mean, it's to Reed, so
But I'm being mean?
Yeah, poor
Oh,
Reed.
because I'm saying that, yes,
He's crying
it doesn't really need to turn.
Yeah.
And I'm really driving that point home.
You are.
That's how I feel.
I saw a little tear trickle down his face.
I hear that's ice cream. I hear Reed eats ice cream on every one of these streams, even though I've only ever seen it once when it was mentioned that, oh, he does this every stream.
He does. He eats ice cream every stream.
I've only ever seen it once.
You should be proud of him. He's representing the Dairyland state for you. You should be eating ice cream on stream too. I'm sure everyone from Wisconsin literally has milk in their veins and cheese on their heads. I've been told.
I think I watched you eat ice cream the one night. I think you had like a Dairy Queen or something one night on stream, I believe, Kevin.
Yeah, I've had blizzards, multiple blizzards on stream.
I think in that night, I went and got ice cream after I saw that. That was one of the nights I did do that. But I mean, I've done it before. My mom's come down and asked. She's probably asked in the last few episodes, and I sometimes will mute and say I don't want any or I'm good or something. I don't necessarily always want ice cream.
Hey, if my mom was bringing me ice cream, I'd be like, yes, please. So
yeah, it's rare that I would say no to ice cream.
I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream.
All of us, we all do.
Who else is in the chat? The chat. When I'm not there egging people on, they just zip up and go quiet.
Well, I think we have. Well, usually it's D&D. So I mean, there's no really competing with D&D. I mean, that usually there's people. Because usually my chat would die once D&D starts, but there's no D&D that I'm aware of unless Jesse's doing something live from Salt Lake and we don't know about it. But
yeah, it was nice of him to invite us if that's the case.
No, he's not. He's probably just. I don't know what he's doing tonight. I've
not
heard from them.
When you're chilling with your homies in person, sometimes that's not easy to pull yourself away to do something else.
That is true.
Yeah, those homies are really addictive.
Yeah, those homeboys, those home slices.
Oh, I meant the homies figures that came out in the 2000s that you can get at like gumball machines. Remember those?
Nope.
Nope? They were great.
Nope.
Actually, I never owned any, but I did see they were out there.
Oh, well.
There you go. Somebody's saying, there's a Grand Rapids, GBC at the Grand Rapids show, I guess, this weekend. And, this is what it feels like to try to keep it running. Really nice Lego Tesla set on fire. Yeah.
Poor Tesla. Poor Elon. He's just such a wholesome guy. Just seems just like such a nice gentleman.
He's just regular apple pie, isn't he?
Apple pie. Regular dude. Regular dude. There's not a single weird or strange thing about that South African
nothing
maestro. He's just a regular guy.
It's good to know.
Mm-hmm. He has never made a promise he hasn't kept.
Nope.
I think that's why people like him.
Oh, here we go. Let's look at this real quick. This looks kind of cool. I was looking at scrolling down to see if I would see anything from Jesse and them. And this is something that was offered for the Bricklink Designer Program Series 5, but did not make the cut. So he's offering.
Yeah, it's huge. You gonna shell out $700 for that thing?
No. It's a castle. That at max is worth like what, $150?
I mean, you really only count the gray parts, so all the rest is really trashed.
Yeah, what's all that white nonsense?
Yeah, who uses white in their build?
It's so stupid.
Oh yeah, me all the time.
I don't recall ever seeing white in anything you've ever done.
It's prevalent. Heavily prevalent.
I've never seen it once. And I've seen every castle thing you've built. I've never once seen you use white. You seem
maybe it's a difference of opinion on shade or color.
No, I don't think so. I think you've just never used it. And that's just you pretending. You're just like, oh yeah, dark green and white are like my thing. I'm like, no, I haven't seen either of those colors.
No, it's aqua. That's right. It's aqua that I use in all of my builds. No, light aqua.
No. A light aqua. What a terrible color, by the way. Light aqua. Ugh.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan. I can maybe see it used for underwater, but that's about it.
Reed, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Does Lego have too many shades of blue?
I don't think I even see that many shades of blue these days, so I'd have to say no.
What?
You don't see the 10 or 15 shades of blue that they have available?
What a crazy guy. They've got dark blue. They got bright blue. They've got They've got
He only sees in trans.
They have aqua. They have light aqua. They've got teal.
They've got light azure, medium azure, dark azure.
Yeah.
They have, so many colors.
It's like, how many shades of blue do you need? Well, 15 apparently.
Maybe, I guess.
It's craziness. It really is. Reed, are you partially colorblind?
Perhaps I am. Maybe that's my problem. Yeah. Only I'm anything outside of translucent, I just can't see.
Translucent. He said it. He said it. It's translucent. Sand blue. Don't forget sand blue. So there's just a trillion colors in blue.
I'm looking for something real quick here. One second here.
Medium azure, medium blue, sand blue, dark azure, dark blue, blue, dark turquoise.
Huh.
Bright light blue, which is one of my favorite colors now.
Bright light blue, yep. Don't forget bright light blue. There are lots of colors, yo.
But too many blues, huh?
Too many dang blues.
Sorry. Can't help you there.
Color guide, shade of blue. Okay, these are the colors they've had. Dark turquoise, light turquoise, aqua, light aqua, dark blue, blue, dark azure, little robots blue, never heard that one, Maersk blue, medium azure, sky blue, medium blue, bright light blue, sand blue, dark blue violet, violet, blue violet. And then lilac looks definitely purple to me. Though I think technically the Lego doesn't have a name for that color because they don't have a name for purple or something. So they say it's some shade of pink. But those are all the colors in the blue tone. It's a pretty big band.
They
also apparently have a pearl blue color. I was unaware of that.
What does that come in?
I don't know.
Oh, is that from like the... That's not the battle droids in the original color, right?
Let's see here. They only have 4 parts in pearl blue. No, they're Bionicle pieces, of course.
Oh, that's right. Bionicle. Bah.
Bionicle. Any Bionicle fans in the chat? I don't even know how many chatters we have, but they're all staying quiet.
Hey, dude, do you like Bionicle?
In the picture I wanted to find, damn it.
So here's a question for you. What are the best lines to come out of Lego other than the key, castle, space, town, Star Wars?
See, he builds in white. He builds in white. I don't know what you're talking about. Look at all that white.
I don't see any white. None of that's Kevin's. That looks like it was built by a good builder. Not by Kevin.
I thought mine, apparently not.
Oh,
I thought it was yours too. I thought we were almost going to use it for a D&D session until the party, ruined that by, I think
killing the elves that were supposed to, they were supposed to be aiding. Yes.
Jeff Snavely says, I have a lot of Bionicle parts from bulk lots, but these parts never made any sense to me. I have no idea how to use them. Yeah, I mean, some people are amazing with Bionicle build construction stuff. It is definitely not my cup of tea either. I look at them and I just say, I can't use that. So
actually they worked. The Bionicle parts, some of them have worked pretty good as paddles during the Brickworld boat race. I think the last couple boats that actually won have actually used some Bionicle parts to actually as their paddles to win the races.
So that's what they've been That's what they've been relegated to, is they make good boat paddles for Lego competitions.
I can't remember what part it was. It was
there was a build at Brickworld this year, a very large build that had a lot of Bionicle elements.
Is that the one that was being worn, perhaps?
No.
No.
That one's from a guy in my lug, and he came on the show.
Oh.
No, there was another one.
Okay.
I don't remember what it was called, but it was pretty cool. It had some large trees. The trees were like made out of pterodactyl wings and bionicle bits and all kinds of stuff. So
nice.
I don't know why Dude Jude is giving Kevin comfort. Kevin was probably being mean again, but Dude Jude says, "It's okay, I reckon," at Kevin Wagner. Maybe he was talking about that crazy Elfland river set build thing.
Perhaps.
And he was saying, yeah, that's okay, But I still don't think that was Kevin's. There was way too much white in there, and Kevin doesn't use white. So that's, it's part of Kevin's thing, is he's like, no, white's the stupidest color. So, he feels about the color white the way that Mark feels about the color yellow. He just hates it.
That's terrible.
Yeah, he's got his proclivities. The hatred of yellow is one of them. What's your least favorite color?
Mine?
Color can't you stand, Reed?
God, I don't know if there's a bad color.
What color makes you go, yuck? I will never buy that set. That color is disgusting.
Put me in a binder. I don't know. I usually buy just about everything. I don't think there's anything that just would have a bad color. If I guess it had too much of like maybe an off pastel. If it didn't have enough of basic pink or basic purple, I might not buy it. It had a lot of
Fair enough.
off pastel colors, maybe perhaps.
I can't
I'll use the pinks and stuff. I'll use those. I just if it's the wrong color, I wouldn't buy it.
Yeah, I can't handle light green. And of course, the highlighter green. No, highlighter yellow. What do you think of that color? The one that just looks like it was, poorly molded.
The one that I think glows under in the dark or type thing.
Yeah, I think it glows in the black light, not in the dark. But yeah, that new city highlighter green color, highlighter yellow color they came out with.
I wonder what this is. I don't know.
The color is straight up disgusting. Chat, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me that color is amazing and you love it.
It's amazing and you love it.
Lie to me, friends. Lie to me.
They're trying to. They just forgot how to lie to you.
Lie to me. No, they're silent.
It is kind of quiet tonight.
It is.
I turned off the music when I got these other hosts in here, so I felt it would be polite to not.
I would like to say thank you to Dude Jude, who has, in fact, chimed in with, "You're wrong, Z-Cerberus 19. Thank you, Dude Jude. That is exactly what I asked you to say, and you have said it. Thank you very much. I appreciate your diligence and for clearly stating your not biased opinion at all. That's clearly exactly what you think. I didn't buy and pay for that opinion in any way, shape, or form. So, Kevin, how often do you have to drive by that dump Lambeau Field? Do you have to drive by that thing like every day? He must have gone somewhere, because if I called it Lambeau Field to his face, he'd cry a little bit.
We called it Rainbow Field.
Rainbow Field. What do you think he's doing? You think he's getting ice cream or going to the bathroom?
How are you guys not hearing me?
Because you weren't talking.
I have been talking.
No,
No.
you haven't.
No, you haven't.
Yes. I see Lambeau Field out my window at work.
Oh, well, that's too bad. All right.
I wish I was getting ice cream.
Does that give you inspiration, keep you going every day?
You're the inspiration.
Yes.
Bring me it's cool.
My life.
I probably take it for granted too much.
Yeah. Maybe it's because the stadium itself is just kind of a dump.
No, it is not.
Oh, okay.
What are you talking about?
Well, I don't know. It's the only thing in Green Bay, so I guess you got to be happy with it.
Oh, there is so much more in Green Bay now than there used to be.
Oh, like what? You have a Build-A-Bear workshop now? That's what you got?
No, we don't. Well, actually, we do have a Build-A-Bear workshop, but that's not what makes.
I knew it. Dude Jude gives me a "You're welcome." Well, yes, I am welcome. Thank you, Mr. Dude Jude.
I guess Mr. Wagner, we're gonna have to get him to come to the Bay Beach show one of these years.
You should come to Bay Beach. That would be awesome. You got Dale this year.
Thanks for the invite.
You're welcome. We look forward to seeing you.
I don't have to like sit by or talk to Dale at all, do I? That's not a requirement.
No, you don't have to. We tend to keep him isolated, and we're going to try to get a plexiglass screen in the future so we don't have to really talk to him
or look at him.
Well, we can look at him.
Yeah, and laugh at him. Be like, Dale, he brought a castle.
It looked like it got answered, but you and I aren't answering.
Yeah, you should come up for that. We do have Bay Beach, which is really cool. It's an amusement park.
An amusement
awesome show.
Yep. It's a pretty nice place to live without being a big city.
Let me see. I see. Is it better than Sheboygan?
Yeah.
Wrong.
What is your attachment to Sheboygan?
I don't know. Don't they like make hot dogs or something?
They do. They make
Sheboygan hot dogs.
Yep.
Sheboygan. I just can't get you off my mind.
I don't know if I've heard that song before.
What do you? That's their song. The way
apparently, you know a lot about Sheboygan.
Divine. I got Sheboygan on my mind. Sheboygan. Do you guys come to the stream to hear me sing? Because if not, you should have. Sheboygan. I just can't get you off my mind. I guess you're going to have to learn the Sheboygan song now.
Nah.
Yeah. I think yeah.
Nah.
Yeah. Kevin's pretty combative tonight. Chat, what do you think? Is Kevin being a little combative tonight?
So, Dude Jude, what do you think? And Jeff, if you happen to be around.
Yeah.
Jeff's usually pretty reliable too.
You think Jeff's gonna be like a super reliable source here, or?
I would say moderately reliable.
Moderately reliable.
I don't know about super reliable.
Yeah. We'll take what we can get.
True.
Jeff says he could do without the singing.
Okay. Fair enough.
That's not very nice, Jeff.
Oh, that's
good. I thought the singing was just fine.
That was just fine. He was talking about your singing, not mine.
He would never be talking about my singing like that.
I'm pretty sure.
My dulcet tones.
He likes the Sheboygan song. He's not so into whatever the heck you were talking about earlier. You were singing some made-up version. Yeah. He is just being Kevin. Wow. Dude Jude saying that Jeff is just being Kevin. Because Kevin was being a butt earlier. talking smack to Reed, telling him what was what.
Sometimes Reed needs to know what's what.
What is what?
That's a good question. What is what? What the what?
That's what I was asking you. What is what?
What?
What the what? Who's the what? Maybe the deal is Jeff is just not a big fan of hot dogs. Maybe he's a vegetarian and he just doesn't like hearing the Sheboygan song.
I don't think Jeff's a vegetarian.
Okay, well, hey. How would you know?
I said I don't know. I don't think. I could be wrong.
Okay. I'm just.
Jeff hasn't struck me as being a vegetarian, but that's purely circumstantial evidence at this point.
Purely, obviously.
I'm not sure if he meets those requirements.
He says he's definitely a vegetarian. Look at that.
Oh, come on, Jeff.
Apparently, Kevin can't read either.
Put those rose cones in my freezer.
Oh, he's definitely not vegetarian. What are you saying?
I'm saying what wasn't on the screen.
Apparently, that is correct.
Yeah. So we're learning a lot about Jeff Snavely today. Definitely not a vegetarian. And
Dude Jude is definitely not a vegetarian.
No, Dude Jude's a big vegetarian.
He is not.
Is too.
That's why I drink so much Tang.
Yep. It's vegetarian Tang.
Wrong. He's a Tangitarian.
He's considering becoming a vegetarian. That's what it says right there in the chat. Look at that.
He says, I'm definitely not vegetarian.
Oh, that's what Jeff said. We're talking about Dude Jude. Jeez.
Dude Jude hasn't responded. He's contemplating it, I think.
Well, no, he just can't put the tofu down. He's got some tofu in his mouth. Some spicy, stinky tofu. I think that's ultimately the problem. I love Meatloaf, adds Cerberus. I do too, but the guy's dead now. Bat Out of Hell, great album.
I would do anything for love, but I won't eat meat. Oh no!
You got Kevin singing again. So
I still don't think it's as good as the band that I hear on the.
Oh no!
That's a great story, Reed. You should tell it more often.
I would do anything for love. Anything.
Hello, Brian.
Hi there. How are you?
We're good.
Who's
Brian? I'm singing Meatloaf today.
I'd do anything for love, but I won't do that.
You won't do that?
You're like 2 minutes late, Brian. Sorry.
2 minutes late for what?
I just said that earlier, but I sang that earlier.
Oh, I'm confused. Oh well, whatever. I was out having crab legs for dinner. Yay!
Ooh, crab legs.
There's a place about 40 minutes from our house on Friday nights who do all-you-can-eat crab legs with a buffet. It's like you just go eating crab legs.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. But we just got home, so I thought I'd check in. Is everyone registered for Brick World?
No. What's Brick World?
I don't know. There's these two guys that do a live stream every week. Ben, you ought to check in on it. Maybe you'd learn a little.
Yeah.
Wouldn't take much.
They're kind of crappy builders, so you know.
Well, I'm good. Then I can keep up with them.
You fit right in.
Yep. That's basically my jam. That's basically me in a nutshell.
So for Grand Rapids, my latest news for Grand Rapids, I don't have enough people participating in GBC to fill the loop. So yesterday I threw together 10 feet of GBC, just because I could.
GBC.
So GBC ought to be a real crap fire in Grand Rapids. Not enough people helping run it. It'll be fun. Phil and Maria's kids are being voluntold to help.
Aha.
Right.
So we'll have Katie and Ryan. So
if nothing else, they're tall enough to reach into things to pick it up.
There you go.
Because Katie, I think, is 19 feet tall. And that's an official measurement for her height.
That sounds right.
And I think Ryan, he's not 19 feet tall yet, but he's going to be.
Yeah, he's going to be.
Yep.
But
and I think they get all their height from their mom. She's very tall.
And Josh Cottrell hit me up this week. He's going to come down and join. So at least I'll have another coherent adult that knows what he's doing back there with me. And then there's a new lady, an older lady that's bringing some GBC. First time she's done it.
Okay.
So that'll be interesting.
That's cool. That's cool. Let's see here. Dude Jude. He likes a couple of interesting sandwich combinations. Peanut butter and mayo.
Yeah.
Can't say I would eat that. Peanut butter and bologna and mayo. No, just peanut butter and bologna sandwich. Would you eat a peanut butter and bologna sandwich, Brian?
I wouldn't because I'm allergic to peanuts.
Okay. Well.
Oh, that's no good.
I'm not that allergic. Like if I pick up a peanut butter cookie and take a bite, I'll be like, oh, I probably shouldn't eat this.
Yeah.
And Kathy takes it from me then.
Bad,
Yeah.
Brian.
Oh, Kathy. Always stealing your peanut butter cookies.
Kathy, who did she put her chocolate in my peanut butter?
That makes sense. That makes sense.
So you've all met my dog, right?
We know of your dog.
You know of my dog?
I know
Here's-
this dog
here's
is
of-
a stunt
Here's of our
performing
second-
monster.
here's of our second dog.
Aha.
This is Zelda. She's 15 weeks
Zelda.
old. So we have Zelda and Zoe.
Oh, it should be Zelda and Superfly.
Well, Superfly was here first, so she's Zoe.
Oh, okay.
Zelda, you made a freaking mess over there.
But our Frisbee team name with Zelda will be
Hi, Kathy.
Hyrule Legend.
Hyrule Legend.
Nice.
You want to go attack Zoe? You want to go attack Zoe, don't you?
Anyway, that's the new
Cute.
puppy.
Hi, baby.
That's our big news.
Yeah.
Nice. How old?
15 weeks right now.
Wow.
She's just a squirt.
Yeah.
Here, come here, Zoe.
Look
Come.
at the size of the paws on that monster.
Yeah, they're a lot of hair.
Yeah.
Put your feet up.
Pause up.
Pause up. There you go.
So not
That's all right. We'll turn the camera to her, but there's Zoe still.
Oh,
Zoe's
there's-
still here.
There's Zoe.
There's my Zoe.
Look at that. Does-
Zoe has resided herself to going into either the front guest bedroom or our master suite to hide from that damn little creature that makes a lot of noise.
Okay, girls.
I could see that.
Interesting
Like
story.
everything was so good before. Why'd you have to go and do that?
Well, exactly. I think that's exactly how she sees it. She's like, I don't need this. I can go sleep somewhere else. Screw you.
I had
What
this
did I
kingdom,
do?
I had this kingdom all to myself, and then you had to bring the jester in, and now I can't have any
That's
fun.
right. That's pretty much what it was. Well, and not only that, but now the jester's getting big enough that she wants to play. So she's literally jumping on Zoe's back and biting her neck to get her to
Ooh.
play with her.
So the dog lives with you, and yet it thinks the new dog is too noisy.
Exactly.
Crazy. Crazy.
Cheap shots will get you nowhere there, Mr. Ben.
They won't? Luckily for me, you don't own the company anymore. And how many shirts do you have that have Brick World embroidered on them somewhere?
Well, since I got new shirts from Mark, or with Mark's logo on them,
Ah, okay.
I have probably 12 or 14 different Brickworld shirts with logos on them, other than the old T-shirts.
Man. That would be fun to just have your whole wardrobe be Brick World shirts.
It kind of was for a few years.
I actually
I'd
might.
be into it.
I have like 3 of the polos I got with the old logo. I hope he has polos. I hope Mark has polos with the new logo, because
I have no idea if he's planning to do that or not.
I see he's got T-shirts, but I'm more of a polo guy than a T-shirt.
Ben communicates more with Mark than I do probably anymore.
Well, I talked to him about, I don't know, 2 minutes before the stream starts.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's when he shows up.
Maybe I still communicate with Mark more than you.
No, some weeks we talk more than others. It just depends on the week.
Exactly.
And he usually sends me, if he sees Lego news that he gets excited about, he sends me that. So new Animal Crossing sets, of course, he's jazzed. I no idea if we'll talk about that on Sunday.
I've no clue what Animal Crossing is or what the Animal Crossing sets are.
Okay.
And I don't know that I care.
Okay.
Unless you play the game, it's not going to matter to you.
Well, that's just it. Yeah. So,
The parts aren't useful for general. I mean, the figures are only useful if you know the sets. I think the Fox figure head is actually pretty cool and could be used elsewhere, but the rest of them are so specific to Animal Crossing. I can't see a big benefit to it.
This is why we don't let Kevin on the stream. He says things like this. It would get him kicked off super fast.
I like Animal Crossing. But if you don't know Animal Crossing, why would you get it?
Well, I
made a comment that Mark would not have been happy about at our LUG meeting this week.
Nah, I'm sure it was fine.
I said Fabuland is an abomination.
Mark's kind of hard to rile up, quite honestly.
Oh, really?
Yeah, super hard. I've never been able to do it.
Oh. Well, I'll have
Once you get to know him a little longer, you'll figure it out, Ben.
I'll have to give you some tips.
Yeah?
So I see Jeff says Kittenville had a GBC module on his table, but that's it. Was it at least running, or was it just sitting there looking like a GBC module?
Yeah. Would you say there's like a certain expectation that your GBC module look like it was just thrown together in order to be, quality? Like, hey, we care about function. We don't care how pretty it is,
I speed built an 8.5 foot long module, and it doesn't look like I just threw it together. So,
yeah, but it's just the mix of colors. Like, this thing does something cool. It doesn't need to look pretty,
And every once in a while, it's fun to have that kind of in-show modification to make something work better. They get color coordination goes to the wind.
Yeah.
Well, that's not really the purpose of a GBC module, just to be sitting there.
It's just
what I know.
I'm reading the chat, Ben, in case you're wondering.
Why would you do that?
I don't know.
Wait, there's a chat on the stream?
People are talking in the chat? What?
I've been trying to solicit them to talk. They wouldn't say anything. Brian shows up now, blah, blah, blah. That's all they can do. You are like an elixir, Brian. You just
I am something. They call me, I'm either an antagonist or a catalyst. I don't know what you want to call me.
Aha.
And catalyst?
Well, see, the thing about being a catalyst is if you're familiar with chemistry at all, what happens to a catalyst? You know what a catalyst does, right? It
all burnt
facilitates
up.
the reaction.
Yep.
But what happens to the catalyst during the reaction?
It gets all burnt up.
It goes
away.
Up. Exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't feel like I've gotten burnt up.
So you're more of an antagonist then?
I'm more of an antagonist, I think.
I guess so. All right. So how many crab legs did you manage to pull out of that buffet?
Kind of lost count. They were snow crab. So I probably had 6 or 7 clusters.
Woof. That's a lot of snow crab.
Yeah, they weren't big ones.
Yeah.
So
it's the only time I've ever thought to myself.
The whole time they weren't coming apart easily for her. So she's like, I know why we always get king crab and we actually go get crab.
More like snowflake crab then?
Big chunk. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's the only reason I can think of now to go intentionally visit Indiana is for the crab leg buffet.
There you go.
Well, there's so many crabs in Indiana, so that makes sense.
Wow.
But they don't have. I don't have a reliable source for a crab leg buffet.
There used to be one out in San Diego that I loved to go to, and I went there for work. This is back in the early '90s. This is 30 years ago. It's called Wild Bill's, and they was every night. That was all it was an all-you-can-eat crab place.
Oof.
They
like
literally,
to
it wasn't
visit
even a buffet. They'd walk around, and it was kind of like a Brazilian steakhouse. They just walk around with the crab, and you'd flip the thing over saying you wanted more.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'd be into it.
It was. I think that's why they went out of business.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that business model didn't succeed?
I gotta understand.
You know, those Brazilian steakhouses, they like charge you $100 to get in the door. So, you know.
Oh, I know. It's crazy. And I can't eat that much meat anymore.
Yeah.
It puts me out.
Poor Brian.
6-ounce steak is plenty. I'm done.
Poor Brian. It's hard. It's hard to get old.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
You know what the best thing about getting old is, though, don't you?
Well, first of all, every day that you get older, that's better than the alternative.
It is, but the best thing about getting old is you only have to do it once.
Yeah. That's true.
They have not invented time travel to where you're gonna have to go back and do it all over again.
Well,
Punishment.
plastic surgery kind of does that for your face.
Yeah, yes.
I don't know. I've never had plastic surgery. Sometimes it does not do that for your face. I've seen a couple examples. I say, oops, that wasn't supposed to happen.
I was kind of hoping Mark was going to be here tonight so I could ask how many people registered.
You'll just have to tune in Sunday.
Is that? Oh, that's true. Yeah, am I going to be around on Sunday? I don't know.
How do you think I should feel that he does his announcements on ACOB, not his own stream? They're way better at hyping Brick World than he is. So,
well, you know,
kind of funny.
Let's see. I'm looking at my registration. It doesn't tell me how many are left.
Yeah,
the ACOB?
Couple of brickheads.
Couple of brickheads. Couple of
YouTube
brickheads.
group. YouTube.
They got their sunglasses on. They got their music. They got their box of boys. They got their heaters.
I mean, I think at one point, didn't the Brick World website used to list it? I don't know if I'm guessing it changed.
Yeah, no, the Brick Show website doesn't list it anymore because it's not done through the website.
Yeah.
So it did that because I wrote a script that actually went through and counted everything. It wasn't by accident that it did that. But it also used to show the list of registrants. Then we decided for security reasons we couldn't really show that anymore.
That's kind of nice to know who was registered sometimes.
Yeah, that was partially the fault of Lego Masters because they went through and rated the entire list to call people.
Oh.
Those jerks.
Yeah, well, whatever. And I probably could have made the page only visible if you were logged in and registered. I mean, I definitely could have done that, but I just didn't see the point. Mark was leaning away towards C-Vent at that point anyway, so for 1 year we had it just show the count, and then it just went away. Poof.
Yeah, it was kind of neat with the count, but, you know, I guess we just ask Mark, and he'll tell us, hopefully.
That's right.
C-Vent.
Or let's see. Maybe Phoebe's at her computer and I can get her to answer me. Let's try.
C-Vent.
Oh, you're gonna try to be someone else? Ooh.
Jeff Snavely.
Do what? No, I'm gonna text Phoebe and ask her how many.
He's gonna say, "Hey, Phoebes." What's the word, Tweety Bird? That's exactly how Brian talks.
Yeah, I've heard him at shows. That's exactly how he talks.
Yep. Hey, Phoebes, what's the word, Tweety Bird? I'm pretty sure you've heard that exact expression from him. I've heard it.
Yeah, or a lot of after a while
15
crocodile.
Yep.
Stop by, cutie pie.
I've never heard that one. Sounds a little weird.
Sounds like you're a cutie pie or not.
We were singing at dinner. Phil and Jody sitting in a tree. KISSIE. My cousin just got engaged, so we were making light of the situation. They're both in their late 50s, so if you know the rest of that tune. KISSING. First comes love, then comes marriage, then comes a baby in a baby carriage.
Yes.
At their age, that ain't happening.
You never know.
Yeah.
They've got the concept in the law of the fertile octogenarian, where they say never say never.
Like the James Bond movie.
Oh.
The really bad James Bond movie.
Isn't that never say never?
Exactly my point, Jeff. I wouldn't hold my breath either. Yeah, they're getting married next year, so I'm trying to figure where should I take my cousin for his bachelor party and get him drunk and leave him.
They have a Cracker Barrel?
Cracker Barrel. He would actually enjoy that. That's the problem.
You gotta bring him to the all-you-can-eat crab place.
True.
Yeah, you could.
Cracker Barrel. Well, Jeff, if you think that they can't have a child, then you're flying in the face of the law of the land of the United States. They says when we're determining who your heirs at law can be, we've got to assume, even if you're 80, that you can have a baby, which is just weird. But
you sound like an attorney right now.
yeah, all lawyers are stupid, so.
Well, present company accepted. You know what they call 50 lawyers at the bottom of the ocean, don't you?
Not enough lawyers.
A good start.
Yeah. Not enough. Need to get more of them down there.
Sounds like there's some
Wait,
excitement.
who are they representing on the bottom of the ocean?
Well, Kevin.
Krusty the Crab. He didn't want to go to the buffet.
Yeah, Kevin, you know what the difference between a lawyer and a catfish is, right?
What?
One's a scum-sucking bottom dweller, the other's a fish.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And it was something along those lines.
Yep, right along them.
So this camera I've got is actually pretty amazing. I am in a room with almost zero light right now, and it doesn't look like that.
That is pretty good then.
I think it's just your radiant face, Brian.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
See, this is what happens. You feel good, you smile a lot because you don't know.
You light up my room.
Somebody's getting excited over there.
Yeah. And that's where Zoe's like, really? STFU.
That stands for please be quiet, everybody.
Hey, at least I use the initials.
That's true. That's true.
Oh.
I reckon I would prefer if you would lower your volume. That's what it stands for.
The volume of my voice.
I can't control the volume of my voice. Oh, Kevin.
So
me.
why don't we get to see
Kevin?
Hmm?
Good question. I would say it's probably because of his face.
He's running
Yeah.
around. He's playing with Lego in his underwear. I know what he's doing.
Ooh, that makes sense. That checks out. I'm in my underwear too. Luckily, just go neck up. So
Yeah.
Kevin hasn't figured that out yet.
I'm not even wearing underwear, so there you go.
Why? Why would you bother? What's the point?
Yeah. I like Predator better than Commando.
Reed's got his sexy pose going next to the castle there.
You know it. Gotta have those professional photos taken once in a while.
Oh, you got to get your headshots.
That's a fair question, Jeff. Why is Kevin's Lego wearing his underwear?
It's a build for Rickworld for next year.
Why would we were specifically told you were playing with your Lego in your underwear?
Hey, Kevin, if you're actually building for Brickworld next year, I'll have one thing to say for you. You dog.
You dog.
Doggone it.
I haven't even looked at the forum for that build in a month and a half.
Yeah, I'm still
busy.
Enjoy your freedom while it lasts, Brian. The dictatorship will come soon.
It will.
Kevin, the dictator, will come out.
Yeah, I'm just trying to hash a couple things out yet.
He'll crack the whip.
Reed's been in one of my collaboratives where I was in charge.
Uh-oh.
So I did get an answer from Phoebe.
Ooh.
She says, I know we broke 500 in the early morning hours, but I'm not at home and I can't easily check right now.
Wow. I thought what Phoebe was actually going to say is, leave me alone, Brian.
You didn't ask her if she could easily check.
Phoebe knows not to say that to me.
Okay. She says it to me. Leave me alone, then.
There are different levels in the hierarchy still.
I'm not in any sort of hierarchy.
Are you more the lowerarchy?
Yes, exactly.
Actually, you are in the hierarchy because I did in the bar turn over one of my Brickworld tumblers to you.
That's true. I do have one of those.
Because Mark needed one, and I said, take this one. Not that I didn't go get another one.
I think it's my only Brickworld. No, I have 2 pieces of Brickworld branded. No, I got 3 pieces of Brickworld branded merch. So I'm dominating life now. I've got a shirt, a tumbler, and the sweet lanyard case. I guess I also have the 12 minifig case, but I haven't opened that one yet.
About the backpack for 1 year.
Yeah, backpack.
Yeah, I think that's the only thing I got for the new one. New logo.
We need more merch.
I still have a couple of the duffel bags with the old logo.
Ooh.
I haven't done anything with.
I
should take one up next year and walk around and get people to fill it up and put it in the auction.
There you go.
Okay. Dude.
Mark's like a weird branding psychopath. So if you're like, hey, look at this old school Brickworld logo, he'd be like, no, my eyes, that's not the logo. Just like, calm down, Mark. It's all right.
That was a pretty good imitation.
That's what he sounds like. I'm the branding guy. No. So.
Oh.
That's what he sounds like.
Yeah, I remember when he first wanted to change the logo, he approached me like, are you going to be mad at me if I change the logo? I'm like, dude, you bought the company. Do whatever the fuck you want.
Do what you want, bro. Do your thing, Holmes. Do your thing.
He's like, oh, good. Some people get all upset about that kind of stuff. I'm like, no, well, whatever. I need you to make it your own because it needs some additional injection. He's done a great job of adding stuff that I never would have tried to do. Concerts, garage sales.
Yep.
Comedy shows.
Garage sale. Really? They do a garage sale? Wow, that's crazy.
We're doing one in Grand Rapids.
Really?
Ooh.
Yep.
Well, that's brave.
Yep.
Considering how much he complains about the one at Chicago. He's always like, "Well, I'm glad we do it, but I don't want to."
And he had
run
the tentative schedule for when he was doing it this next year too, and I'm like, okay, that must be one of the surprises he was gonna lay
No,
out.
he's planning to do the garage sale again. He continued.
Oh no, but he changed the day. So
yep, he continues to work it to get it to where it'll work better.
Oh, okay.
You're gonna. I don't think weekend pass will get you into it anymore. That's why he moved it off the weekend.
Oh, okay.
You have to be a full attendee to go to the garage sale now, so it's not going to be.
I mean, you know,
That's a good idea.
That way, there's less knife battles.
Yep.
I'm not going to go anywhere near it next year. I tried to help this year and keep people under control, and we just took a lot of flack for it. Kathy and I did. So
reduce the knife fights.
Someone else's problem.
that'd be mine.
Yeah, it would be yours.
You know, I'll gladly take it. You know.
The Pied Piper of Pain. That's what
maybe once I mastered, I can start selling again. But I mean, it was nice to not have to sell this year, so I just kind of was able to pay attention, you know, to stuff. It was interesting. It's it's an interesting animal all within itself. So
indeed,
the Pied Piper of Pain.
But people love it.
They do.
Yeah, they do.
The Lego show love Lego. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I mean, to me, it's nice to be able to sell Lego to pay for your hotel, pay for your gas, whatever. It's just I mean, that's kind of what it's designed for. It seems like everybody's almost like trying to sell their whole collection. It's like you just bring enough to kind of try to pay for it. If you're trying to sell everything, put on an AFOL. You put it on AFOLs of Facebook, or the Facebook before you come down there, and at least maybe you'll have people lined up before you even get down there. That hey, if you're going to Brickroll, I'll just bring it to you there. You got it already set. You don't even have to deal with it. But yeah, they're bringing too much. I mean, that's definitely gonna be something where it's definitely come on, guys. If you're doing that, do that at your house. If you got a garage sale at your house with that much stuff, I mean, otherwise just bring enough to where it's convenient to carry, set it on a table, and see what you sell. I mean, nobody knows what you'll sell because nobody knows what everybody wants. I mean, it's because everybody wants something different, and even by the time they get there, it might have even changed what they're looking for. So,
everybody wants Lord of the Rings.
Do they?
That's a fact. Everybody wants
I traded some Star Wars for a Hobbit set recently. So
see,
I was getting ready to put a couple of my old sets up for sale. I have one of the sailboats from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Mm. Oh, nice.
Yeah. The Pirate Corsair ship.
Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, the dogs are getting loud. I'm going to mute myself.
Something like that.
Yeah, I got the Goblin King Battle. That's the one. I think I talked about that. So I traded the was it the 25th anniversary snow speeder and some Tatooine battle packs for it. So it was somebody who was advertising it on Facebook, and he said, "Do you take trades?" I'm like, "Well, what do you got first?" I mean, So, but then again, I mean, I went to I picked up these. I traded. I actually bought a couple of these. The Magisto, wrong side, Magistos.
Yeah.
Somebody had a bunch of the GWPs, and I bought a couple of these. And I was like, "What? Pretty cool." I mean, it's not all finding sale stuff. I mean, right now it's polybags on sale, but finding some of those.
Is everyone aware that Big Kid Bricks opened a brick and mortar store here in Fort Wayne?
No.
Anyone aware of that?
Crazy.
Yes, indeed. Will's got up to a store. So he's got all of his custom crap for sale. Crap.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, Kevin didn't one of the members from WISLUG just opened a store up in
Aaron just did, correct.
Yeah.
In Green Bay.
Green Bay. So
Are there enough people in Green Bay to support a store?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How big is Green Bay? I have no idea.
Enough to fill one Lambeau
Field.
Field.
250,000 people, the greater area.
250, you said?
Yep, and then Appleton is to the south. That's another 250.
Oh, wow. I wouldn't have realized Appleton was that big. Yeah, so that's plenty big. Cool.
That's where the airport is. They can't have their own airport. They got to go to Appleton.
We have our own airport.
Yeah, you do now.
They have
Had
their
our
own
own airport forever. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you got one airport.
football team, too. No one else has that.
Yep.
Yeah, well. It is weird.
So Brick Slop is this weekend, huh?
Yep. Jesse and Larry are out there. Nikki's out there. Mel's out there. So yeah, it's kind of.
I really want to get to that show sometime, and I haven't yet.
I do. I think in the early years when I first started coming to Brick World, I think it might have been on a couple different weekends. I think I don't think they had locked down. I feel like it's
moved around some, yeah.
It didn't. I don't think it locked down. Had locked down the date. I mean, and then usually I had something going on. Like it was. I always had something kind of happening. I think because I thought it used to be closer to like the spring, and I couldn't get there because I had stuff going on. Or if it was now, it's just there's stuff always going on. I couldn't do something. So I could never get there. But now there's so many choices. I mean, I've kind of been to the Nebraska Brick Days once in Omaha, and I kind of like that one.
Yeah, I was there with you.
So that was good. That's a good show. I like that one. I just haven't been back since then. I mean, I want to. If I go back, I want to go back, kind of like with Ralph or someone, and do another collab like we did the last time type thing. So I just want to be in the center like we did last time. So whatever we do,
my biggest issue going to Brick Slopes is that I don't want to fly. I'll drive. It's a long drive.
It'd be a trek. Yeah, you'll have to swing up, pick me up, and then we go.
It's possible.
So yeah,
I mean that's the way I would go. That's really not. It's not out of the way to come up and go out across on 94.
Virginia is one of the ones I still need to get through too yet, still because that's still on the big three I need. BrickCon was a trek, but trekking to Virginia is a lot better now than it would have been in Colorado. So
yeah.
So
still a trek from where you're at.
It's still a trek. And like you said, most.
But in theory, you could come to Fort Wayne and hang with us for a night, and then head on out from here. It's only about a 9.5 hour drive from my house.
Yeah.
You could make it Parkway and chill for the night, and
yeah, it'll probably happen one of these years. I got to master the new position and figure out how it'll work to with weeks off and stuff. So
cool.
Because I'm doing sales now, so.
All right.
I don't know about Brick Slopes. I'm excited because Minneapolis was selected for Brickfest Live.
Wow, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, they selected Madison too for Brick.
They selected it, did they?
They selected Dayton too, and then that was in July, but then they reselected Dayton for January.
They seem to select Minnesota a lot. I don't know. It's very exclusive.
The July show never happened.
It's wild. I'm not. That is just one of those things. It's an anomaly. You just kind of shake your head and just
thank your lucky stars, right?
Thank you, lucky stars. They sometimes just don't call us. Say, hey, I like them using all the outdated photos. Is what I like to see. So.
Well, it's nice if they can use such nice photos that aren't there.
Yeah.
I'm missing all this. What are they using photos of?
I don't know. They just have
photos. They'll have photos for the show that don't show at all what's going to be at the show.
Yeah, they show the glow zone, but I think that stuff's probably got to be almost a decade old by now. I don't know if they've ever had, unless it's from Colorado. Colorado has done big ones out there because they don't have anything else out there. Nothing is in Colorado. You're out in the middle there. There's nothing there, so they've done some big ones in Colorado. Because that's just they did it when it was in. They'll do 100 tables out there. I know when we did the one I went to in 2016, the year that it all came crashing down. That one I think we didn't have that many. It was the lugs weren't as big back then.
Yeah,
and so I think we had maybe 30 tables or so, and we had the Youth and Model Railroaders were there too. So, but But yeah, and now the last one they did, I think, had like 100 tables, DENLUG, CowLUG. So, but I don't know. It's, it's definitely nothing around here, so.
Yeah, TwinLUG is no longer doing shows for BrickFest Live. And that had nothing to do with me because I'm almost never at the meetings. They just kind of, came to the same conclusion as the rest of us, which is, this isn't really good for the community necessarily, and it's not a fun show,
It confuses the public too when they're when there's all these shows out there.
Oh yeah.
Well, they've been reported to the Better Business Bureau many times.
Well, I think that's kind of that would be my main problem with what they're doing, is that they're intentionally taking advantage of confusion.
Yep.
It would be different if they had a good show and they weren't just, following other popular shows in the same city 2 months later to make people think it's the same thing.
2 months before.
Yeah,
2 months before.
Or usually before, which is what makes it, because then they'll be like, hey, I thought this show was supposed to be good, and you're like, that you aren't at that
wrong show. Yeah.
The wrong show,
Oh yeah, no, I can tell you without a doubt, people confuse stuff because Brickworld gets calls and comments.
Yep.
We were at your show this weekend and it sucked. We didn't have a show there this weekend, so sorry, it wasn't us.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's really the issue. It'd be different if they could just suck on their own time and not hurt the community, but
they don't care. They're in it for the money.
Yeah.
Especially now that it got bought by the dinosaur show.
Yeah, and then they were splitting it up. So like the UK, now that UK YouTube person actually probably
awesome.
helped to make maybe a speedier demise, perhaps, if it ends up. But the problem is they're splitting it. Why would you split your resources and do two below crappy shows instead of putting it together and still do just a bad show? That's the thing. It's like, why would you? Nobody does that. Nobody.
So let's talk Steve Miller Band. Go on, take the money and run. Woo, woo, woo.
Yeah, and then just, try do it later and hope you get different, crazy people who didn't hear anything from the people.
Think about it for a second, Reed. Right, you get a group of parents with kids in the right age frame to go to a show like that. And you go away for 3 years, and those parents are probably half gone, right? Because they didn't have more kids of the right age, and you have a whole new set of parents you're dealing with.
Yeah.
So your market changes constantly in that demographic.
Yep.
It's one of the toughest things about Brickworld advertising is that you gotta catch new people every year. Word of mouth is great, but it only goes so far.
Well, and you hope you get some of the kids as they're progressing through the community, as through the hobby too. You get them young, and then they if they come to an actual Brick World show, and they get to and they listen to what we say and stuff. You hope they'll come back in future years and see how some of your stuff gets better or whatnot too. You hope that's what that happens. You hope they come back. Until they grow out of it in their teens, if they get out of the hobby. But you hope you get them for good 5-10 years while they're addicted to building with Lego. That's you hope you get them for that many years, because I know you people when the castle was big, like when I had the castle was big like that, for the years that it changed and whatnot, people did say, wow, this was here last year, wasn't it? I said, yeah, I changed it up, added some elevation, changed the towers, and that was the goal, because I remember we had our discussion in the early days, and so I did from what I learned from you, I changed it up, tried to make it different each year. If I was bringing Hope Castle, I wanted to make it, different. It's definitely been changing a lot lately. And right now I don't even have the walls. There's no walls being displayed with it right now. It's just what you see in that one is kind of, this is what I had up in Green Bay oh, come on. You're going to do that to me?
Yeah, just like my farm. My farm is going to be in Fort Wayne again this year, but it's no longer Jurassic Farm. I've made some other changes to it and gotten rid of the dinosaurs. And
Yeah, you'll notice there's no board on top of this up in Bay Beach. I learned my lesson there, so I just did the one whole tower and the clover and stuff. So I mean, and then the island around the disco, I dropped some of it so you could actually see behind and see the actual orchestra pit. So kind of.
Cool.
So
What happened to Jeff Snavely? Did he vanish? Is he still here? Jeff, are you still here? Where's Jeff?
it said we had 4 watching. We had 5. I mean, I don't know who's over in Twitch. That must be Jude. Must be over. You must have invaded Hinkle Skybox since he's out on a hot date tonight. So
who's here?
Hinkle's been on a hot date every Friday for the last month.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I was like, what? You can't make your date night on Saturday night? You got to do it on Friday night? What is going on here?
Jeff is still here. That's exciting.
Good.
You said Hinkle. You're talking about Kevin Hinkle?
Yes.
That would be the Hinkle.
Yeah. Yeah, he was on a date, I think, last week, and it was a date on this week. Yeah, because I messaged him, and because I messaged him about something, and and he was like, "Yo, I got a hot date." Huh?
He ghosted me, so whatever.
Sorry, Brian.
Sorry, Brian.
Sorry, Brian.
No, I was asking what he wanted on his shirt, and then he was responding to something, and that's how we got our discussion. And he was like, "Yeah, I got a hot date." I'm like,
Mm-hmm. I think he said that what he wanted on his shirt is he wanted it to say Kevin Tinkle, or he wanted it to say the stash, or he wanted it to say the artiste.
I haven't seen. Oh yeah, I haven't seen actually Stosh in a while either. I haven't seen him in a while either.
Who's Stosh?
Stosh.
Who's Stosh?
Pistachio.
Pistachio.
Pistachio. Pistachio. Mr. Adam. Adam Pistachio.
All right, kids. I'm going to let you roll. It's about bedtime here.
Good
night, Brian.
Night, all.
Good night, Brian.
Good night, Brian.
Yeah, I got to head out here pretty soon, too. I got to put the kids to bed.
Sounds good.
Good night, Brian.
Buenos nachos.
Did Jude Polo. Hinkle needs to stop hogging all the dates. Oh, Jeff, you need a date too, huh, buddy? Or are you just talking about the one that Reed hasn't gotten? I just want to know.
Yeah, see, and actually what happened 1 week where they were doing the D&D I was watching, they actually do, at the bowling center I worked at and is in Colorado, they do a live bowling tournament on like Friday night. So I actually jumped in last week and was listening to it.
Friday Night Bowls?
No, it's the ABC Eliminator. And so it's a tournament of champions type stuff. So it's like
that sounds a lot cooler than it was.
Yeah.
So it's pretty neat. There's a lot of good bowlers, a lot of bowlers from the scratch league that I bowled in and such. And so
the ABC Eliminator.
Yeah.
ABC Eliminators.
That's way better than the AFG Eliminator, the
or AFK Eliminator.
Eliminator. All right. Well, that's cool. The All Bowling Championship League, ACS.
Yeah.
I don't know what it actually stands for, but it could be that. I don't know. In fact, nobody knows what it stands for.
Nobody knows what AFK stands for.
Nobody knows. AFK stands for away from keyboard. Jeez, everybody knows that.
Asking for cookies?
No. Asking for friends? Question mark.
Nice.
Begging for friends?
Oh, that might be it.
Kevin needs a friend. Kevin needs a pal.
Wah, 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 wah.
Kevin needs a buddy. A buddy named Ben. Hi, Kevin. I'll be your buddy. Thanks, Ben. You're the swellest. You're welcome, Kevin.
The swellest.
Aw, Ben, you're my best friend. Oh, thank you.
You're my best friend.
You're my best friend.
Sorry, Jeff. He's taking all mine too.
What did I take? Who did I
Not
take?
you.
Hinkle.
Not you.
Oh, Hinkle, yeah.
Hinkle Tinkle.
He's using up the nerd pool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Game on him.
Yeah, game on him.
Kevin Hinkle Tinkle. King of the Wild Frontier. We were told to sing less, which is why we're singing more. That is just something you need to understand, Mr.
We're
Snavely.
singing in jest.
What you need to understand, Mr. Snavely, is if you say, please stop singing, then we'll sing more.
Yeah,
If
that's
you say, "Please sing
counterproductive,
more,"
Jeff.
then we'll sing less.
Counterproductive.
Kevin's a regular crooner.
Cronair. Like the Danish Cronair.
Is that what that is? That how it's phrased?
Yep.
Okay. No.
It's the currency of song.
The Cronair.
That's why you always hear about Danish ballads.
Yeah, Dude Jude wants me to sing more. Thank you, Dude Jude. I'm glad you like my voice. Dee 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 doo.
There's only 4 of those 1x2 plates in this poly bag. I have to open a lot of them
You're gonna need 500 of the poly bags then.
to put. Well, just that or off that the tomato soup have to be more spotted. Maybe I'll have to do maybe I'll have to build like a white spotted cow like design into the wall, and it'll have to have, instead of black spots, it'll have tomato soup spots.
That'll be interesting.
It would be, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Just for you, just for Ben.
Thank you.
Tomato soup spotted cow.
Tomato soup spotted cow. Tomato soup a cow. Don't quit my day job. You don't even know what my day job is. Yes, Jeff Snavely,
We do take requests. Yes.
Requests, but only if the songs involve mocking Kevin. In which case, yes, we do. If it doesn't involve mocking Kevin, I probably don't know it.
Yeah, you've always kind of been a one-trick pony when it comes to your singing.
One-trick pony. I'm a one-trick everything. People say, hey, Z, what do you build? And my answer's pretty obvious. I say, whatever Kevin doesn't like.
Yeah.
Yep. I say, what do you sing about? Only songs that mock Kevin. They say, what's your favorite part of the D&D live stream? I say, when Kevin sings. My life basically revolves around Kevin, I think.
Yeah. I haven't played a bard yet. And that would involve a lot more singing and crooning and stuff.
Yeah, every time I go in, first thing I always say, kill the bard.
Yeah, that's usually my opinion too.
Yep, that should be the move. It's like, hey, what's the bard good for? Distraction. The bard's going to cast distraction and then die a death.
All right, I do actually have to drop. So good to see you guys. Thanks for joining, Z. Bye everyone in chat, which is Jude and Jeff. So
bye both of you.
Bye.
Bye, Kevin.
Bye, Kevin.
Oh yeah, you need to text me at some point, Kevin. What does Jacob want on his shirt? Just Jacob, or do you want something else? He's gone. He's gone already.
Maybe. I mean, his thing's still there.
No, there's
yeah,
none.
so a couple of brickheads is A-Cobb. Maybe he should be J-Cobb.
Oh, J-Cobb. Oh, I like that. I like that. That's pretty
J-Cobb. He'll be like, hey, I'm the next hot thing in Lego streaming. You can call me J-Cobb, brah.
Jacob Couple Brooks. Yeah.
J-Cobb.
Jacob. Well, yeah,
J-Cobb.
I thought of it too late because that's I was kind of waiting for. I was waiting for a couple of those guys to get back to me on that. So just because he's young enough, I don't, if whatever he wants,
yeah,
that kind of thing. Got to check with Dad.
Gaming Wagner's.
So I still need to get Ralph, needs to message me because he could want Ralph or he could want Victor Brickworks, type thing, whatever think he wants on his shirt, and then Mel or Iceberg, basically, and then TJ, if he wants whatever.
Are you gonna get one for Troy? That
you know what, Jeff? I still have yours. I have yours. I got to get it out. Sorry, dude, man. That was because everything went to Brick World, and I passed it out there. Most everybody got it. I have yours to ship. I got to do that. I'll put that on my thing. I just get crazy. I'll do it.
Get a shirt for Troy that says "Shut Up, Troy" on it.
By now I might have to open it up and add some more to it now since
Shut up, Troy. My castle just fell.
That's a nice one. I like that. Shut up, Troy.
Shut up, Troy.
Yeah, I'll probably do it early next week because I think this weekend's gonna be a little crazy to do stuff.
I'm in AFOL hell.
Monday might be a good day because I'm gonna have to go sit at my storage while these guys wire, so probably have at least a part of my data to mail it.
Yeah, you got to make sure that those electricians aren't thieving electricians.
Yeah, that's kind of what's wild is that's what I was, everybody's like, there's only a few people actually know where that is, and there's a reason behind that. It's not even that. It's just if they need to move something, if they don't understand the time frame, how much it took to like build that disco and all that, if they move something falls on it and crushes it, and I have a show in a month,
They pull a moto.
Yeah, I'll be like, guys, did you realize you destroyed, 4 months worth of work, and I have a show in 30 days I have to rebuild it for? Thanks, appreciate that.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't want to do that because nobody understands. Not everybody understands the time involved. They might think, oh, that just took you a weekend, right? Like, no, I'm not. I wasn't at Lego Masters. That wouldn't have taken me a weekend. That would take me, months, years.
Yeah. Shut up, Troy. My castle just fell.
Yeah.
I'm in AFOL hell. That's definitely top 10 of my Lego themed songs.
I think it would sound even better if you create part of the duet. I think if you were duetted into that. So
yeah, you never know. Mark and I will do anything for views. We might sing live one of these days. Just have to warm up with some me.
La 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 la. Do
la 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 la.
Do a deer, a female deer, ray, a drop of.
I would totally mess that up because I don't know the real words anymore.
I don't remember it anyways. I always liked it when the Chipmunks sang it. That was good. When they sang it. Yeah. I had the Chipmunks album.
That checks. One. That makes sense to me.
It does, doesn't it? And then actually, but probably the one album I liked the most was the Wes Harrison, The Great Duck Hunt. He was a voice and sound guy that did stuff. He was up at Tommy Bartlett's show up in the Dells. I saw him when I was a young kid, and so it was good. I have the album somewhere, LP sitting somewhere.
I think it's by the Dells.
No, I have the.
That's a Wisconsin meme.
Yeah,
where's that located? I think it's somewhere by the Dells.
Sounds like I need to get up to that restaurant up there that's got all those Lego creations up there. Yeah, there's a new one up there. I want to go check out. What's her name? Her stage is up there. Taylor Swift. Was it Paul Hetherington built her stage for her current tour, like out of Lego. So
the Eras tour out of Lego. Oh, great.
Yeah. The house with a bunch of different rooms. Yeah. I think I just saw it like on, maybe it was on Brothers Brick or something, but yeah, it's up there in the Dells. I'll have to go check it out one of these days.
That's what I've always wanted. Just Taylor Swift Lego set.
We just need the fig. I just need the fig. I just need the custom fig so I can, give Joshua Hanlon somebody a little bit more famous to do a duet with than, like a Lego community person, or just a standard fig. Give him actually somebody famous. Give him have him singing to Taylor. Yeah. He just got married. This last weekend.
Yeah.
Saw something on Facebook. Yep. Yeah.
That's cool for him. That's cool for him.
Yeah. Are you thinking of getting out of here?
All those Lego people who are engaged or married or bring in their spouses, like Caleb and Jacob Schilling.
Yeah.
Both of their significant others are coming into the Lego community as well with some good stuff too.
Oh yeah. That's what makes it even really cool. Is like, you know, they're building really neat, cool stuff, and you're like, wow, okay, this is cool. I mean, you know.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, because I remember meeting Caleb's wife when they came down to came to the Bricks and Minifigs in Madison. She was there, kind of wandering the store as he and Jacob were actually, you know, signing pictures and stuff. You know, so I was down there with Andrew from WISLUG. We were kind of helping manage the lines and stuff. So I think they gave me a bag to fill for brick, and I gave it to one of our other members because I didn't at the time buy a lot of the brick over there, and so I gave it to one of the other members that doesn't spend as much as I do. Maybe doesn't have the disposable income like I have, which shouldn't have. But yeah, I gave it to him.
You sometimes have.
Yeah, sometimes have, but probably shouldn't have. You know, I guess that's the benefit of living in my current living arrangement, probably. So
yeah. Looks like you got yourself a fancy gamer chair there too.
Yeah, I mean, the chairs I was sitting on, so it's what is it? It's one of those GT racings. Okay. It's got speakers in it. It's got speakers, so it's got a speaker, so it'll play. I can play. It's got a Bluetooth connection, so I've used it once in a while for that. Not much. It's nice. It's a nice chair. I mean, it does what it needs to do. It's a little bit more comfortable than what I was sitting in. But I mean, not as comfortable as I've had in the past, but still a nice chair. So yep, Jeff, I'll get that out. I put it in my phone as a reminder. Ship out Jeff Neebly's door prize. Yeah, you're not the only one. I got Mark to do his too out east. I got to get his address and stuff. What are you jamming to? There's no music. You got the music from your show jamming in the background or something?
No, I was just
pretending,
working it out.
Just pretending.
Just thinking about some of the complete shredders that we play on the show. That's all. Just kind of making it think like the guys that are watching the stream are missing something, that we're jamming to something that they can't hear but we can hear. Yeah. There are a certain number of songs on our show that we don't have yet, that we don't have drafted, we don't have written. And I feel like I'm going to need a read song of some variety that you can play on this stream too.
It's gonna have to have Chester in it. You're gonna have to make sure Chester's part of that song.
Maybe. What's the other one's name? Susie?
Chester and Dorothy.
Dorothy. It ended in an E sound.
Dorothy.
Chester and
Dorothy. I mean, it was probably something. I was thinking it was probably something else, but Chester and Dorothy just had a better ring to it. So that makes so. Chester
and Dorothy.
Yeah. So.
He keeps a treasure chest of polybags. A treasure chester of polybags. He squirrels them away. He squirrels away the polybags.
Oh, see, you're writing lyrics. You're probably writing that down, right? As you're thinking of it right now.
Half the song is written about Chester, the polybag swiping squirrel.
He's stealing from me. He's stealing from his master. That's what's even worse. It's terrible. I can't believe you do that.
He tells me you're more of like an acquaintance, quite honestly.
I'm not.
Hey, he said it, not me. Don't look at me.
That's terrible. I can't believe that.
Yeah.
No, I look forward to hearing that. That sounds.
Yeah, it might come out someday. Who knows? We need one for Jesse still too.
Yeah, I need to probably talk to the guy that I like, that music I was playing earlier. I need to talk to him and say, hey, would you ever do a theme song? Would you ever? I need the march of the Ice Bear at some point. So.
I see.
Yeah.
Well,
I had somebody work on one once before. It didn't work. So
yeah. We've got two versions of Welcome Tainted now. And who knows? Maybe there'll be more. So you don't even need a real musician anymore. You can get by with just a garage band. So
there you go.
Yep. So who knows?
Yeah.
Well, let's see. You're at 2:56. I feel like you need to go 4 more minutes or play your 4-minute outro.
I don't know. Do
To
I
hit
have
3 hours, right?
Do I have a 4-minute outro?
3.5 minutes.
I got a 2:41. I'll play the outro from like the 300 episode, which you'll see lots of familiar faces. I need to update because now I got you that I need to have in there too, which is probably not it. And Jacob might not be in there yet either, so we'll see.
Go Jacob.
That.
Yeah, but you can't play that for another like 40 seconds because you got to make sure that you hit 3 hours, or else what's the point in even doing this?
Because I don't think it's an actually true outro, and I don't think it has the ending. See you next week. So it'll be truly something where it's just kind of be like, still have to say something. So,
no, you don't want to do that.
What? I just want a true outro. Okay, let's see here. We'll see. 2:41. So we got to do. It'll be at 19.
Yeah, 7 more seconds.